Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to, of course, IndieRockRadio.ca. It's Bling in the studio for another episode of Indie Scene. This is one of our special events here tonight. Uh, if you're interested in leaving any comments whatsoever, all you have to do is simply go to our Facebook page here and jot down in the comment section, and we can communicate, or if you have any questions for River Brooks, and so on. We're also broadcasting live from YouTube here tonight, and the long anticipated album launch of course, River Brooks, brand new artist. Reform Soul is the name of the album, and let me tell you, I've been listening to the tracks on this thing, and it is freaking gonna blow you away, folks. It is a piece of art that I've been waiting for quite a while, and the first time I met River, nearly at the beginning of the radio station over here, I found her on Facebook, and I just thought, as every radio disc jockey, we're always looking around for artists who are different and have something to show, and are great songwriters and also have a unique style of voice and everything. And I've always gone to the point in the extremes of saying that River is definitely someone to be watching for from Canada over here. She is just amazing talent, and will be up there in many years to come with the likes of Joan Baez and many other great singing artists that have been out there. Not Aretha Franklin, Amanda Marshall, Sash Jordan, all these great talents over here. She is an amazing woman. She's all the way from Scotland, and you're going to love the accent and everything, and just the music itself is speak for itself. But we're going to get right into it tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, here she is, Miss River Brooks. Hey, River, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
Excellent. So yes, I think all your fans and everybody out there is long anticipating this album, and they have been dying to find out what's going on. Of course, we've had one of your tracks looping at the station over here for quite a while, which is two of them, Mama Used to Say, and of course Break the Chains, which is one of the most requested one of them all. And anyway, so let's start off at the beginning here for some of the people who don't know who you are. Let's tell us, where did River Brooks start all this? Were you like singing in school choirs and stuff like that? Where did this musical bug start with you?
Well, hi everybody. I've always kind of sang. To be honest, I always sang, even when I was younger. I just when I say younger, I mean tiny. I used to sing along and stuff. And at that time, my mum was big into people like Shirley Bassey, Johnny Mathis, Julio Iglesias, all of these guys.
Julio's very smooth.
Julio, what did he sing? When They Begin?
No, I think the only one I remember is when he did a duet with Willie Nelson. It's like, to all the girls.
Yes. How could I forget that one?
Yeah, we can't forget it.
Yeah, so I was raised on, and also the jazz ladies. They were a big thing in our house. So Sarah Vaughan, Billie Holiday, all of these guys. So I kind of grew up listening to Shirley Bassey.
Etta James in there? Any other
a little bit James, but it was more the softer tones there, like your Sarah Vaughan's.
Yeah, you can hear it in your voice totally.
That's what I grew up listening to. So it was just part of who I was. And I mean, even in the all the music from the 80s and stuff like that, 90s. It never really had the same impact on me as the early stuff when I was very young. Yeah. But that's how it started anyway. So I started listening to all that stuff. And then it was probably about mid to late. Hi, Michelle.
There we go. I told you we'll be popping all kinds of fans here. So if you have anything to say to River, go ahead and leave your comment. Let us know what you think about the music and everything.
Did you know Michelle named his piano after me?
Oh, yeah? No. Yes. The River Brooks special?
I'm so flattered. That's so cool.
That's it.
Very, very cool. Hello, John.
This is John. He's our host of the River, the Valley on Friday nights, which is our Christian rock show.
Yes.
And by the way, folks, check out the new swag. I'm not. Okay, sorry, wrong way. Surfing to a new generation, but yes, we have got the Indie Rock Radio Cups. We'll be talking more about a little bit later, and River's going to be sporting one of those very soon.
I am. I'm going to get a t-shirt as well. You don't have a beanie, a little hat?
I got to start making. No, I'm going to get like hats like yours, and it's going to say like River Brooks Reformed Soul on it. Right?
I'm thinking about getting something on the side.
Yeah. The look has definitely got to be there, right?
Got to have the hat. The hat's key. Anyhow, so so I that's really how it started, and I was about late teens, early 20s, and I decided, you know what, I want to sing. And I ended up hooking up with this very, very fabulous guitarist. He was a jazz guitarist, and he's still floating around there. Hey, Fester, are you there?
Hopefully he's tuning in here tonight, because we're going to try and see if we can get him on the show tonight too, if he's available. You never know.
Very, very talented guitarist. And it was him that actually really got me going into the music. We did some gigging, and we did quite a bit.
Did you ever try like singing on wedding bands and stuff like that, or is that how you guys met? Or because I know Joe. We're talking about Joseph Segretti, right?
Oh, you're talking about Joe now. I'm talking about back in the day.
Oh, you're talking about another guitarist way back in the day. Okay, we're good. Let's pull it out. Let's drop some names here so I know where I'm going. Okay.
James Boynes, I call him Fester. But he was the original guitarist that I was with way, way back in the day, and a very talented guitarist. And also the drummer, he's there as well. Hi, Derek.
There we go.
So they're hiding there out there in the ether.
Yes, they're hiding out there.
Guys, you guys are fabulous. And anyhow, so they were the ones that really got me into it. And then I moved on. I did some other band stuff. I did some pop. I did some jazz, some funk, anything you can imagine. I did. And then in the end, I had to go to school and I had to go to work. So all that stuff went by the wayside. And that's really how it started, but it never really left me.
Yeah. Well, I did notice, and as we've had many conversations and stuff. We are very good friends, as you know, yes. And also River, by the way, last year was part of our Blankfest lineup or whatever, and we want to thank you very much on behalf of Indie Rock for being there for us on that one. You and Joseph Segretti came by and put on quite the show over there. But going back to, as you were saying, you've tried different influences, jazz, funk, this, that, and so on. It totally does show in your music, because remember we tried sitting there and labeling it and saying, what type of genre is this? And it really can't be labeled. It's like everything all fused together into one or whatever. And what did we call it again? It was
we called it a fusion sort of blues rock.
Yeah, blues rock. That's with a little bit of
It's hard to define really what it is. And I think because Joe Segretti, who's fabulous, he's just the best. And we haven't fallen out yet. Right.
No.
It's a big deal. We've been at for over 3 years.
Yeah, I know. And a lot of deep studio time and a lot of like, I agree and I disagree. And
he's a very, very patient person, right, Joe? Yes. But we haven't fallen out yet. And I don't think we will. He's a good man. But a very talented musician.
Yeah, it was funny. I remember when we met over at the club or whatever. I told everybody, if you haven't met Joseph Segretti yet, he looks like Geddy Lee.
Yes,
he totally does. He looks like Geddy Lee. Hopefully, we'll pop him on a little bit later. I'm going to send him an invite, by the way, and ask him if he wants to jump on here. Just to jump back, and we'll jump back right into it. Just to let you know, folks, good evening and welcome. This is Indie Rock Radio, and we are here for River Brooks' brand new album launch, Reformed Soul. You are going to be able to hear some tracks tonight from the album. There's 10 tracks in total on this album, but we're going to be playing 4 of them tonight for you, which I think are, I've selected a few. And of course, River has also promised to release a track tonight that nobody has heard yet. So if you've tuned in tonight, you are here at the perfect time, because we're going to be able to hear that track tonight here on the show. Also, to let you know, the album is not out yet. It will be released on February 1st, okay? And that's coming up very shortly, so you're getting a big taste of it here tonight. We are the official launch of her. Nobody else, no other radio stations got her. We have got River Brooks. We're the first ones, and hopefully she'll have more interviews after this one also. I really think that this album is going to hit like the ground running, as far as I'm concerned. It's an amazing piece of work, a lot of time and effort. I've been busting your balls. Oh, sorry, I know you don't have it on, so, but I've been busting humps or whatever all year, and I keep telling River, I said, when's that album coming out? When's that album coming? When that album comes out, you make sure it comes here to Indie Rock Radio. Make sure. And here she is tonight, and I'm just so excited being here with you. So. Anyways, while we're on that note, okay, so basically you've tried all these different things and so on. So after going to school and getting into the workforce and stuff like that, what brought you back to it? What really made you come back to the music and say, hey, I want to really give this thing a run?
Well, I have to tell you, earlier on today, I was speaking to a friend of mine, and he reminded me about how this all started. It wasn't intentional. It just happened by accident. He mentioned something. I'm like, oh, yes, of course. Arado, were you there?
Yeah, there we go. We got a couple of more comments here. We'll pop up. We got Alexandro Zergretti.
Oh, yes. You know who this guy is?
That's Joe's brother, I would say.
That's his son, Alexandro.
Oh, the son, and he's a drummer.
He is the drummer.
No way.
He is the drummer on all the tracks. All these rhythms and drums you hear is him.
Alexandro, amazing work, man. And you know what?
Alex also designed the cover for the album.
Yeah.
So he took the pictures. So any of the photography that's there is Alex's, and he also designed the cover for the album.
Oh, so my God.
Well done, Alex. It's really fabulous. I'm very happy. Thank you.
Great kudos. Thank you very much. And if you're wondering what the album cover looks like, folks, right behind us here, that is part of the album cover. And the name of the album, of course, is Reformed Soul. Let's go check another one here. Michelle Noel. Whatever the music
Michelle.
River always reforms it with a special soul and a magic touch, making me feel bewitched. See, you're not the only one that I'm not the only one that's been touched over here. Trust me. He's dead on. That's exactly how you feel when you listen to this lady's music. It's just incredible. And here, another comment from another one of our DJs from the station here, Kirk Bennett, who hosts Prog Talk. And he says, hi, River. Finally, the new album is here. We've all been waiting on it here at the station. Trust me.
It's taken a while, but I think it's been worth it. Obviously, it was a little bit longer because, you know, COVID and stuff. Everything slowed down to virtually nothing this past year. Yeah. So it would have been much quicker. But anyway, some things are worth waiting for, right?
Well, as you can see, there's a picture of Kirk here, and he's got the Expo 67 logo. Kirk is presently, he's also a filmmaker and stuff, and he's working on literally a documentary that should be out very shortly, which is on Expo 67. I can't wait to see the movie, but incredible guy, and also available for some of you musicians out there. The guy does incredible video work, so make sure you check him out, Kirk Bennett. Here we go. Alexandro responding back. Thanks. It sounds great. Appreciate the love. And Mike Evans. Hi, River. Where can I buy the album? So let's give people, I'll mention it again a little bit later, but where can people buy this album on February 1st? Right now, the single tracks are available for buy, right?
Yes. You can get the first 5 singles. Actually, I have to say, see the picture there of Mike Evans? That's my personal bodyguard.
Oh, yeah? The little guy?
The big guy.
Oh, okay, because the little guy, I wouldn't screw with him. The big guy looks all right.
The
He's not
little
that
guy. That is the little guy. Look how cute he is.
That's it, eh? So Mike Evans, personal bodyguard. Geez, you're moving up quickly here.
Yes.
Already got the bodyguard. That's a good thing. Yeah. There we go. Amazing, amazing. So
So where can you buy the album?
yeah.
Well, you can't buy it just yet, but you can listen to the 5 of the singles. You can get
Mhm.
them on Spotify, on where else? Well, basically all the digital platforms. CD
Mhm.
Baby, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. You can get them on my website,
Yep.
which is River Brooks, all one
Yeah.
word.com.
Yeah. While she's typing, she's also going to make a list of this so I can post it up over here for you.
Yes,
And
yes.
so you'll
And
be
so
able to check and
you
see
get them,
exactly what to log in to get this album. Yep. Go
yeah,
ahead.
you can get them pretty much anywhere. These
Yeah.
first 5 singles, but these first 5 singles have they were remastered,
Mm-hmm.
so you'll have them in the original released form.
Okay.
Since then, they've been remastered for the album, so
Mm-hmm.
the album will have the remastered versions on them,
Mm-hmm.
and that will become available on Monday.
Okay.
Able to get them everywhere. Bandcamp is a big thing for the album. I didn't put the singles on it on Bandcamp, but if you want the whole album,
Mm-hmm.
Bandcamp or my,
Bandcamp it.
yeah,
Bandcamp it, or you get nothing. That's just the
That's
way it
right,
goes. Bandcamp it or get nothing.
Bandcamp. Yay!
Yeah.
And you can get
Hold on a
t-shirts.
minute. So I'm just checking something here because I have an idea of what it is that I want to hear. I want to listen to one of the first tracks that we're going to be playing here tonight. We're going to start off with that one, and then we'll continue on with a little bit more chit chat. Don't forget to keep leaving your comments, folks. Gladly, we appreciate all the things. If you have any questions for River about the album and stuff, we're going to get a little bit deep into some of the songs and see where all the writing is coming from. That's for sure. I want to find out where grasp these amazing songs that you put together. Hold on a minute. Okay. Okay. That was after. Okay. 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 So we're gonna play one of the tracks. Anyways, what do you got queued up for us, River?
We're gonna have "Love Me Like You Do."
Yeah, one of my favorite tracks. There was 2 tracks that I was listening to earlier today that I hadn't had a chance to listen to, and "Love Me Like You Do" was one of the ones that just took me. I love the way it starts off. The bass riff is just incredible. By the way, who's doing all the rest of the work? I know that you were saying drum work was done by Joseph's son. Joe,
Mhm.
of course, doing the guitars. Also did all the bass work and the whole 9 yards, or
Yeah, Joe did all the music.
Mhm,
So
pretty much. Okay.
everything that you can hear in the except for the percussive stuff,
Hmm.
that was Alex. So Joe did is kind of like a
Hmm.
one-stop shop.
Oh my God.
So,
So he had like cymbals taped to his
very
knees.
very talented.
And the
Yeah, one
guitar
man
and the
band.
harmonica
Me
there. Yeah.
singing along. Me
One
singing
man band.
along. Yeah, come on, Joe.
I'm telling you, there we go. Here we go. We got let's see. Someone here from the Philippines, one of our listeners from the Philippines, Nora. Good morning. Watching from the Philippines. So we got people in the Philippines checking things out. Another one here, Pete Dumoulin.
Hey,
Do you
Pete.
remember Pete? You met him up at the yeah, he was another
Yeah,
gentleman who was part of Blankfest over here with Indie
I
Rock Radio.
remember Pete.
Yeah, that's it. And Kirk, that was one of the gentlemen
Hey,
recently got
Pete.
a video done by Kirk Bennett also. Yeah. Yeah, all right, Pete, man. Indie Rock Radio, you got a new subscriber. I thank you very much, Michelle. I appreciate that, buddy. I
Yay.
appreciate that, man. I work hard at it, and trust me, great artists like this, like River Brooks, makes it so much easier when it comes to putting together the station. I'm telling you, you got great talent. It's easy to bring people in. uh, All right, here's another one. Maria Calalucci.
Yo, little lady, yo, little
Calalucci, come va? Hey, tutto sta buono? Hey, man. Hi, girl. It's Mary G.
Mary G, you the bomb girl.
There we go. And here's another one. Frank
Joe
Bedia. Joe Segretti. Who's that? Or is he popping up the he's propping him, man. That's what he's doing. Okay, here we go. Frank Bedia. He's also propping you, which is a good thing, right? And here we go. Gio Santaclida. This is a friend of mine. Hi, guys. I'm relaxing with a coffee, enjoying the show. Hey, good seeing you,
I got
Joe.
my wine. I even tidied up for you guys. Look.
I'm sporting, believe it or not, the new Indie Rock Radio mug, which is going to be available at our merch site online. And, of course, filled with Tim Hortons coffee. I'm not telling you what else is in there because, that's nobody's business but mine.
So what do you prefer? I've got a question for you.
And there we go. The new Indie Rock Radio T-shirts, which are available too. If it can fit my fat ass, it can fit anybody else. So check them out. It's at, you just got to go to our website and go to Indie Rock Shop. And you can find all this cool stuff over there anytime you want. Here we go. Lucky you. Thank you, Gio.
I have some wine. Is anybody joining me with some wine?
Come on, people. We need to join River here with a little bit of wine.
Party.
Get it together.
Right, Phil?
Get it together. How? All right. So, River, we got ourselves queued up there, and we're going to listen to this track, and it's called, of course.
Yeah, it's called Love Me Like You Do. I think, can you see that, Phil? Can you see that?
Play my own vinyl. I think it how it used to be. Flowers, jewels, and diamonds. You won't stick to me.
Can you see that?
The way you was kissing me. The way you was kissing me. I'm tired of playing. Like you always do, love me like you do, slow and make it hard, like you do. You ain't missing me no more, I ain't devoted to, that's for sure. Love me like you do, like you always do. Giving you one more chance to make it up to me. Maybe you ain't worth time. Try to make it sweet. You ain't missing me no more. Done crying on the floor. Yeah. Gonna set it right. You do. What you do. So we make it right. Like you do. You ain't missing me no more. Ain't before it do. It's for sure. See where it's at. Pick the running time. Your way you can like you always do, love me like you do, so we make it right, not like you do. You ain't missing me no more, take it all I do, it's you. Like you always do, love me like you do, disappear. That's for sure. Love me like you do. You always do. Love, love, love me like you do. Yeah. Like you do.
Yay!
Mary Sobranic put a challenge out, I don't know, a month ago to see different artists would cover Lady Madonna, and I think a couple different people.
Okay, so you kept people busy while I dropped out there. That's pretty cool. I'm supposed to be the host of the show, and of course, Phil got dropped out. There we go. Changed my name from Bling to Bling.
Fly by the seat of our pants, Phil. Oh, good.
Folks, now listen, you have to understand, folks, there's a lot of podcasts and radio station and a lot of stuff that's been happening online, and especially due to COVID, there's a lot of people using the internet. So nothing is a perfect science over here. We do tend to lose internet signal sometimes. I pay like top dollar for my internet over here, and yet I still get dropped off once in a while. So we're back. River, did we play that song while I was gone or what?
Yes, I think so. Did you guys enjoy looking at me singing along? And
okay, let's find out. Let's check the compliments here and see exactly what happened. I am drinking my Tim Hortons coffee as well. I need to promote the shop. Of course, John works for Tim's, so he's gotta, or else the boss is going to kill him for not promoting. And of course, Kurt, gotta love live broadcasting.
Right? Well, you know what? You know where the
another one of our listeners from Philippines, Jam San. That's it, man. I told her she got a cool name because she comes into a party or whatever. People say, "Jam, what's happening? We're jamming. I want to go jamming with you. Jamming, we're jamming." Yeah. Okay, and here we go. Frank Padilla, love that tune.
Right.
And here's another. My God, I can't believe how many messages we're getting here tonight. Yep, we heard everything. Excellent. I'm glad to know that everybody's having a good old time, and I was sitting there panicking.
Well, I mean, you know what? You gotta fly by the seat of your pants, right?
That's the only way to do radio. I was telling somebody the other night. I said, you know what the difference? In order to explain radio, it's very simple. Okay, it has to do with learning disorders. Okay, for example, ADD, as we all know it means attention deficit disorder, which means like a learning issue, right? Now, the difference between ADD and ADHD is ADHD people do radio.
Right. So here I am.
So here you are with a guy who's got ADHD. Forgive me for it all, and even my internet's got ADHD. I saw the funniest thing, though. We have one of our DJ, and I saw this posting he had. It was a tattoo of like AC/DC, like the Back in Black album, right? And it says AC/DC back in. Hey, is that a bird? Oh my God. It said ADHD, and it says back in. Hey, is that a bird? I thought it was quite the tattoo. I was thinking about getting one myself. Man, I'm telling you.
You raise your.
Are you drinking a good Chardonnay at least, or what?
No, I got a box now. I'm past the bottles. It's the box.
Oh, it's the box. Yeah. So, according to Mike Evans, yes, we heard everything. So the secret is out. There's nothing. There's nothing. We got it all out in the open here. So let's get out in the open. So talk me through this song. We just finished listening to
"Love Me Like You Do."
Love Me Like You Do. Where'd you come up with this song? Because of course, everything comes from either something that's happened to you in life or just something you thought of,
or other people, or
Yeah.
you just come across situations and stuff during the course of your time where you see what happens, or you experience certain things.
Mhm.
And Love Me Like You Do is really a song. It's about taking each other for granted.
Mhm.
That's what it's about. When you're with someone for a certain length of time, you
Mhm.
don't put in the same effort,
Okay.
or at least some don't, right?
Mhm.
So that's really what it's about. It's about this girl she still loves her partner, but
Mhm.
she's had enough of the crap, right? And
Yeah.
you got to change stuff up, or I'm going
Mhm.
to go somewhere else because I need to be happy. And I think that's fair enough. Well, we all
Yeah.
deserve to be happy, right?
Yes, of course. Everybody deserves to be happy.
That's really what the essence of that song is.
Mhm. That's it.
Love me like you do.
It's true though, because a lot of people do, like after so many years of being together or whatever. That's why at one point, how I met Joe was I used to have an entertainment company doing weddings and corporate events and stuff like that, and you could tell you probably the same thing. We had a lot of young people getting married, and a lot of them just didn't understand the concept of it. A lot of them just got married because they were princess for a day, and daddy and mommy bought them a nice big car with a ribbon on it, and or it was the whole I'm going to have a better wedding than my girlfriend had, and so on and so on. But not getting married due to the fact that, hey, it's a hell of a lot of fucking work to get this thing rocking, right? So I can see what you mean by, like, relationships can go on for like 15, 20 years, but then sooner or later, a lot of the times I disagree. Like, like as you get older or whatever, exactly who you are by then. So if somebody hooks up with you at that point, they pretty much have to accept whatever your quirks are and so on, because there's no point in changing if you're after 50 years old or something. But prior to that, yeah, I mean, if there's something that's really annoyed somebody for many years and you never did anything about, even attempt to try and do it or whatever, you're taking somebody for granted and so on. And
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that's probably
yeah,
why the
but
song touched me.
you know,
Mhm.
um, it's really it's just about appreciation.
Mhm.
That's what it's about: appreciating the person that you're with,
Mhm.
or not. If they don't deserve it, then
Mhm.
get rid
Yeah.
of them.
Here's here's our Christian DJ giving out his expertise. Happiness is the key to everything. Without happiness, we are alone.
That's right.
That's
That's
it.
right.
And now, did I ever tell you, John Blakemore is one of the coolest DJs of any Christian rock show? You know why?
Why?
He's Mormon.
Really?
No joke. Yeah, we have a Mormon DJ running a Christian rock show. Only on indie rock radio would that happen. And
Wow.
he's an incredible soul, man.
But having said that, though, I
Yeah.
do believe that you can be happy and alone.
That true.
So
Which is pretty much where I'm at or whatever. I'm comfortable. A lot of people say, "Why are you so single? Why are you staying?" I say this because of the fact that um I enjoy myself. You got to learn to love yourself first before you can love anybody else. But the problem is I ended up loving myself too much, and probably that's why I am so single.
no, but I think you cannot love anyone else if you don't love
Yeah,
yourself, right? Because
of course.
you have no true concept then.
That's
That's
it.
just what I think.
For sure. So, River, tell me, what was it that when, of course, you've been writing songs and stuff, but then you had to come up with an album and a whole concept. What is the whole meaning behind Reformed Soul?
Well, it's if once you hear the whole album altogether, all the songs are in. As far as Joe and I, because obviously we'd written, Joe did the musical side, and I wrote most of the lyrics. Although he did put in some of the lyrics, so that it went with the
Yeah.
flow of the music.
Well, there's always a little bit of tangoing and lingo again.
So, we found something that made sense to both. That we could both relate to the lyrics. But all of the songs in the album are real, and when I say real, I mean they're about real life, real things that affect us. And some people might have seen the little thing I did on Facebook a few days ago, and I mentioned that people, when we get to a certain point, and I've got kind of where. Well, we go on from we've taken each other for granted. Look at all the songs in this album, and it's all about little elements of people's life that's everyday people. Like there's a song called Going Crazy, and it's about the rat race, basically. We live our life full steam ahead. We go from one thing to the next, constantly, every day. And that's how we live our life. That's what it's about. So there's that song, and then there's Good Thing. And that's the same sort of thing. So every song on the album is about real stuff. And when Joe and I first set out to work on this album, there was always this underlying theme that it had to be about real things, because these are the things that we can relate to. You know, and to be honest, I did say it to Joe right at the very beginning that I was tired listening to all this stuff about hoes and bitches and, you know, swearing. And I'm not a prude. As I said earlier, I'm not a prude at all.
I know that for sure.
It's very tiresome.
Trust me, if you ever shared a beer with River, trust me, the Scottish in her totally comes out. She ain't no prude, that's for sure.
But you know, so I just got tired, and I listening to that, and Joe and I had decided right at the get go that we were going to try and add something different that was real. So when you look at the album as a whole, you see it's a mature album. So it's for people who have maybe seen a little bit of life, or you know, they understand where it's coming from. And that was the essence of the album. I wanted to make something different that was kind of refined but real. I don't want to swear. I mean, there is one or two dodgy words in there, but nothing major.
You're not a hip hop gangster. You don't need to swear in your music, you know. So,
and we wanted the kids to hear it as well. You know,
definitely.
You hear this stuff that the kids are listening to all the time, and I'm like, whoa, kids have to be. It has to have some.
I know.
You
know what really bothered me? I worked Top 40 radio before, and they were going after Eminem and censoring him on some stupid song, and it was a dumb thing. So they censored this thing, and it was just something that really wasn't that vulgar. It wasn't, you know, it was just censored because the censored people said that. But meanwhile, they had this other hip hop star, this woman, I don't know, could have been that one, the vulgar one now or whatever. And so she starts singing this track, and it goes like this: come sit on my face and let me eat my way to your heart. Okay, so how is that not censored? But meanwhile, something dumb and stupid, like he probably said, like, this one drinks tea. You know, it does. The censorship and everything is just so lost, and the stuff kids are listening to today is pretty scary.
It is scary. I mean, like I said, I'm not a prude at all, but it becomes very tiresome. And it's like anything, when you have to listen to it over and over and over, you become desensitized to it. And then it's something new.
I said, and then it becomes the norm. It becomes normal. That's the problem. Yeah, we really got to watch what it is we say. I mean, we're not prudes. Sure, we come from a different generation or whatever, all of us, but you have to understand something. One of the things I find is lost in any generation or whatever, especially in today's generation, is morals and integrity. And I think the young people can learn a little bit from some great music, and also doing, like, you know, all the stuff you were raised on music wise and stuff I was raised on and so on. Take a look back sometimes. I always say, by the way, that the past is for reference, not for residence, of course. But
for sure, we learn from it, or we're supposed to, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to learn, but no, some of us just I don't know.
But you know what, I have to say, I'm encouraged. Some of the younger kids that I know, between the ages of, like, I don't know, 12 and 18, 19, they're actually listening to some really cool tunes. They're listening. I know a 13-year-old who decided that he likes Paul Anka.
No.
I'm telling you, I'm like, what?
Well, because he's become cool. Because ever since he was living next to Ozzy, type of thing, it's been a cool thing. One of my favorite episodes of the Osbournes was when Ozzy, I think Paul Anka or whatever, was it Pat Boone or Paul Anka was next to Ozzy? Am I getting those two mixed up? Anyways. The coolest thing is that he was having these little Christian parties, and he was calling Ozzy the Antichrist. So Ozzy said, "Oh, really?" He gets a little mini catapult in his backyard, and he goes out with his son and starts launching raw chickens into his backyard. I thought it was hilarious. That's rock and roll. River, if ever you become huge and famous or whatever, first of all, don't forget me. And second of all, please start launching raw chickens to people's backyards. I want to hear about it. Okay. Come
No,
on.
I'll have my cup of tea. I'll be
There we
putting
go.
tea bags in the backyard. That's what I'll be doing.
Oh my God. Oh, it's okay. Sorry. Good old John or whatever. He was just quite the knowledgeable guy. The real answer is Pat Boone lives next to Ozzy. So it's not the same one. So Paul Anka's good though. You know, he was a great musician.
And it wasn't the
Yeah.
only one. There was Paul Anka, and there was some other kids talking
Yeah.
about Barry Manilow and stuff. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Turns out
Who-
apparently some of these tunes are getting used in clips on TikTok
Mhm.
and that. So
Yep.
all the kids are hearing some of these old things, which is great. I
Well,
think it's
whoever this person is, sounds like you're talking about your son. But anyways, whoever this person is, tell them to watch the documentary on geez.
the social media one.
No. It's a documentary on Clive Davis.
I haven't heard of that one.
Clive Davis, yeah, it's on Netflix. You just go in there. There's a Clive Davis story, really amazing, and he'll learn a little bit about how Clive Davis created Barry Manilow and many other different artists. His first artist he signed, by the way, was Janis Joplin back in the days. He was at a festival dressed up in a suit, the only one there, and everybody else is wearing their hippie stuff, you know, and he's sitting there with a shirt and tie and a bow tie or whatever, and he signed Janis Joplin that night. And that was it.
Wow.
And his career started from there. He's an amazing producer who's been a record executive for many, many years, and just someone I'd love to interview one day too, you know. But anyways, getting back to it. So you were talking about the album and it's, you know, touching on all these different things or whatever. But one of the tracks that I first found when we were first introduced, you had sent me an amazing track, which I think pretty much summarizes all of it up or whatever. It's an answer to everything else that you've written on the album, and that's Break the Chains. Tell me a little bit about that song.
Well, Break the Chains it's really about equality, you know, and I don't mean like, I'm not a political person, so I don't mean like black or white or yellow or orange, whatever. I mean human equality. So, you know, everybody is on the same playing field, right? And that's how it should be. And I think if anybody disagrees with that, then, you know,
then they have to deal with bling and get a throat punch. Yeah.
So everybody, so it's a human equality, and that's really what that song is about. It's about everybody coming together, and it talks about mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, because everybody is one of them, right? So that's really what it's about. Break the chains. It's about breaking these chains that bind us, you know, into thinking certain things, thinking that one person is better than the other, or, you know, it is essentially equality. And it really doesn't matter how much you have or how much you don't have. At the end of the day, as my granny, I always quote my granny because she always had these great sayings. And my granny used to say, we come into this world by ourselves and we leave by ourselves with nothing. So it really doesn't matter what you have or what you don't have.
No, it's all the filler in between is how you live the life that really matters. Yeah.
And just doing your best, whatever that is. And that's really what the song is about.
Everybody's a different person, right? In life, everybody's got their own unique style. But that's the one thing we have in common is that we all live and we die.
Well, there's only one certainty, right? And that is it. And that sounds really bad, but it's not. It's just part of life.
That's how you look in life, how you believe in life or whatever. If you believe there's something out there, or if you don't believe, you know what I mean? I myself or whatever, I believe that there's a better life after this one, you know? And
you know, and it's whatever makes you happy. And who are we to judge, right? Like I say, we're all the same. So what's to say that what I have to say is any more than what you have to say? It's not.
That's right. It's the ones
So
who try to shove it down your throat too much that really suck. But anyways, let's let the song do its talking.
if
You
I
got
can
it queued
find
up?
it,
I sent you a
find
private
it.
message.
Are you there? Can you
I'm
see me?
here. I'm here. I could. Oh, you're afraid I'm going to crash out again, aren't you?
I think we should put you on the screen.
You're afraid. You're afraid we're going to go for a major crash again here, right?
Scared, yeah, I'm scared.
Okay, don't worry. I'm going to drop out right now, and I'm going to let
Oh, no,
River introduce the song and play it off. Don't worry. I'm
no.
just going to speak. I'm going to go to the green room and take a pee. Okay, so I'll be back.
Oh no, you're not gonna. I can't believe he's gone off. It's the River Brooks radio show. Ah!
Don't worry, dear. I'm 54 and I could pee fast. But you got to turn that thing up. I can barely hear it. Come on, crank that sucker up. Pick up the neighbors here. I'm muting myself.
So we're gonna just oops, are you there? Yeah, that was the short version of break the chains. Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you anymore.
I was joking around. I was just muting my mic, having some fun because I know how much you love to take over. It's the River Brooks Show, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Indie Rock Radio and the River Brooks Show. Have you ever been searching for that river or that brook? The River Brooks Show.
Hey, listen, it's a good thing all my friends know it not to take me too serious, right?
And, well, of course. That's it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. No, but amazing. I found that track like so, like the first, like I meet this artist and I said, send me some music, I'm pretty sure. And then when I heard that track, I was like, holy shit, man, what a punch in the face with that one. It was like, boom, power to the people, break the chains. That I could see inspiring a lot of different groups, people, so on and so on. I think one of the most coolest thing that you ever find when after interviewing so many different musicians in my lifetime, in my career here, has been when an artist finally gets to experience people singing their songs back to them when they're doing a live performance, or the fact that you've touched somebody with the song. And it might not be exactly how you wrote the song. You might have touched somebody in another way, but the cool part is how you touch these people. And as long as you're not touching the wrong people or whatever, touching is a very sensitive subject. You know what I mean? So, but you know what I mean? It's, that's it. That's it. So, while we're saying that, basically, River Brooks music slaps you on the ass, and that's for sure. It wakes you up, brings you into a beautiful world.
Break the Chains is quite a dancey one as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it has that kind of groove to it that people gets them kind of moving. A wee bit groovy in you.
Hey, it looks like you're moving and grooving right now.
Oh yeah, I'm always.
Yeah, if you haven't seen River on stage, by the way, she's only done a few shows here and there, but she's been around the block. She does. She gets you grooving and moving on stage, man. I remember the club was just like hopping and jumping. Oh yeah, that's it.
Amazing, hopefully they'll come back soon, though, eh?
So we're wondering right now where Joe is hiding.
Where is Joe?
Yeah, where is he? What type of character comes, helps produce, puts in all that effort, all this time, and everything with River, and is nowhere to be found over here, or is not making a comment whatsoever. He's probably watching, but he's not saying anything.
Yeah,
But I am right now, and hopefully I do not end up, like going off air or anything like that. But I'm sending him here on the show. Are you still there, River?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
River?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm fine. You're gonna have to. Yes, I'm here.
Can you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
You're a
I
bit
can
slow.
hear you.
I
Can you
can hear.
hear me, love? Oh, I know because it was slow internet.
So you're gonna
Okay, so
try
we're
that
gonna
whole show?
cut that out.
Who's that?
Okay, I'm back. I should be a little bit more clear now. Who's what?
It's you.
I didn't hear
Oh,
anybody. Oh, it's me. It's probably just me. Why would it just be me? Okay. So here I am trying to like multitask, of course, and you know, I got oh, there's a bunch of new people adding themselves to the Indie Rock Radio site as we speak. A lot
really?
of people who are impressed by, of course, River. I got to have you on more often. This is amazing.
Yeah, you
Um,
can talk about anything. I can talk about anything.
of course you can.
It don't make much sense, but does anybody care? I don't think so.
Okay, let's see. So, Gretti. Oh,
Hello?
okay. I think I should take caps lock off. So, is somebody trying to call you while
No?
you're on air? No.
No?
Okay. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you perfectly. I can hear you perfectly. Can you hear me?
Yes. All right.
Okay. Well, you know what, River? Maybe you got more juice, more power when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to internet there. So take the link I sent you and send it off to Joe and tell him to get his little Italian butt over here.
Okay.
We'd like to find out, dig in deep, and see what his views are on this
Yeah.
album and stuff. Definitely.
Okay. Mary, are you still there?
Oh, there he is, Mr. Sogretti.
Is he there?
Uh, here he is.
Hey,
Hi, River. You rock. I'm
hi.
listening in, taking it in. See, he's always like that. Eh? He's always like the back scene guys. He doesn't want to come into the spotlight. Yeah.
He's
But
always
Joe,
lurking,
totally, Joe, you're
sneaking.
totally a part of this as much as anybody. And it's about time these guys. You've both been working hard on this album, and I think it's that you know what, come in and enjoy the success of the fact that this is finally done, and it's going to be incredible. Here we go. Here's another comment from I know a good sound engineer. Here we go.
Really?
Thanks,
Bring
guys.
him here.
Yeah. Listen, is it not entertaining for you? Eh? That's it. That's it. Well, don't worry. Once we get Joe here, everything will be all. Remember, even at the show or whatever,
I know.
I was having
know.
technical difficulties at their live event for Blank Fest, and Joe definitely he got in there and just like popped in and had everything together.
He
He's
turned up with
incredible.
all the cables and all
Let's
sorts.
see River on stage as soon as possible. Yeah, definitely. How have you been dealing with that? I guess you've been a very positive person about this and have taken the experience and used it in writing and getting this album finished. But how's it been for you dealing with all this COVID-19 stuff? And has it brought out a lot more artistic creativity out of you?
Yes
Or
and no, because I'm a person that likes to be around people.
Mhm.
Not all the time, I have to say. I do appreciate my own space. I like my own space, and I'm happy to be in my own company. But at the same time, I like to have the option.
Mhm.
So that I found that a little bit hard. But
Mhm.
then, obviously all this time stuck in the house, you got to do something or you go crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I did some guitar stuff, learned some new softwares, and wrote some bits and pieces, and just stuff to keep busy.
Mhm.
And of course, with the album launch coming up, I had to do some other stuff that normally I would probably get someone else to do in terms of like the videos and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But of course, you can't go out and you can't do stuff, so you have to get inventive. So I found it's been good for, coming up with ways to entertain yourself. I mean, I've never played so much cards in my
Mhm.
life,
That's it, eh?
and I've
Well, at
never
least,
drunk so much wine.
at least you get to drive around that beautiful Porsche, right?
Well, not really. It's not mine.
Not really.
It's not mine.
We were
It's not
talking about
mine.
that earlier
I would
today.
have one of
I
them.
said, River, what the heck, man? I
I
says,
would have, if I was going to have something fancy, I would have an Aston Martin
that's
DB7.
it. Well,
That's what I'm going to have.
come on, there we go, folks. If that didn't get the guys excited out there, the way this woman talks about cars, I don't know what will. That is one slick car. And by the way, you got expensive taste, which is pretty cool.
Well, if I had to drop the price, I would go for an XGS, a Jaguar. I could have one of them. I'm sure I could manage.
Just sent you a message, River. You got it? Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe, having a glass of
Cheers.
wine. Cheers. Joe, you got to come on the air with us and do that.
Hi, come and talk to us, Joe. Don't be shy.
Yeah. Okay, River, I just sent you the link to send to him. So just send him that link, and then Joe, click on that, and then you can come join us over here on the show. Okay, so let's talk about another one of your tracks that we have here, and another one that I listened to today, and I thought was like, yeah, that's going to be a real ass kicker. That one, that's for sure.
Which one is that one?
Hold on. I had it in front of me. I don't. Jeez. Okay, there was. Oh, okay. Hold on. Whoa. I think I sent it to you in Messenger or something. The two tracks that I liked. Look back on your Messenger.
On Messenger? You did?
Yeah,
Is
I
it
wrote them
from the
down.
new ones? Is it from the new ones?
It's from the new, yeah, the new little batch. It was right next to the other one. I think it was called. Okay.
Is it How I Roll or
How I Roll? Yeah, it's the Porsche video.
Oh, that one. Yeah,
Was that the one? Is that the one that we haven't heard? Which was the one that we're going to be playing tonight?
We heard a little bit of How I Roll, the tiny little, the little promo ad
Yeah, because we're teasing you. We love to tease, folks. We're teasing you all the way up until February 1st when this album will be released. So hopefully you like the teasers because we like to tease. River Brooks. Mm-hmm. Next album should be called Tease. Right?
Well, so that one, How I Roll, is really just it's like this sassy attitude person, and that's basically what it is. The sass, don't really care. You like it or you don't, and that's it's not going to make any difference at the end of the day. This person's got attitude, and that's it. It's not a bad thing. I think it's good. It's about confidence and just doing your thing. And if people don't like what your thing is, then that's their problem.
They can bite the weenie.
That's really it.
They can just bite the weenie. That's it. You don't like it?
Whatever.
No, but folks, seriously, and as far as I'm concerned, there has not been an album that has come out like this in quite a while. And like I said, again, a very unique album, unique music, unique style. And I'm about to pop up the album cover to this. You're going to love the album cover, folks. Here, let's see if I can pop this up. Oh, there we go. Look how beautiful that is.
Yeah, you see that picture there?
Oh,
that's the photograph that Alex took. And for those guys that don't know who Alex is, Alex.
Okay, that makes it too big. I'm right now. I'm looking at inside your ear. I need to make that thing a little bit smaller. Anyways, I'll see if I could pop it up right here without crashing. Without crashing like I've been doing tonight. Yes, I do have some touch of engineering in me. Who was it who made the comment before?
Oh, would that be the bodyguard there?
Mr. Taboo
I'm
himself.
going to play a little bit.
Oh,
Can you hear that?
Yes. And I'm going to pop up the album cover at the same
Yeah.
time. Okay, that's not what I wanted to share. I wanted to share a new tab review here. It's okay. Okay. Application window. Ah, there it is. Well, let's share that with you folks. Here we go. The new album cover for River Brooks, as you can see. Crank that up, baby. Crank her up.
Come on then, dance, Phil.
Doing the Batman. Okay. If you like this one, I invented this one. It's called Butterfly. I had sunglasses right now. I gotta watch out for that taking the t-shirt thing off. I almost got in trouble the other night with that one.
Oh, listen to that, Joseph. You so good.
You so good, Jose.
You so good, brother.
You're so good, Jose. We love you long time, Jose.
That was cool. I enjoyed that
was
dance. Thank
one
you,
of my
Phil.
favorite tracks on the album. It definitely had me dancing when you didn't see that because we weren't on camera then, but yeah, it definitely had me dancing up a storm in the living room. Loved it. Loved it.
I saw you dancing.
Oh yeah. You know what? I have to say,
I saw you. You were giving it all of this.
all that and a little bit more.
I saw you. I'm telling everybody.
I got to learn how to turn my camera off properly. Jeez. Okay, let's see more comments from our good friend Michelle. He said, for the first time on my page, I share a live show. Hopefully, some of the few thousands of my followers will enjoy. Thank you.
So. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. Right now, we'd appreciate that. Thousands of listeners world. I feel like the rock. To all the thousands of listeners around the world. That's good. No.
I know, I haven't. Actually, there's a question here from Michelle.
Oh yeah, there we go. River, you perform different covers. Have you ever done some of Pat Travers' band? If
no,
not,
I haven't.
Give it a shot.
I've never, you know what? I have to, and this probably sounds quite bad, but I've
Mhm.
never heard of Pat Travers. I'm sorry.
You have, excuse me. She can't believe she's blaspheming me like this. Michelle, it's okay. It's fine. I'll introduce her to Pat Travers. I promise I will. Yeah. You never heard the song Boom Boom, Out Goes the Lights? Eh? Come on, you have to have heard that some
You know what? I probably
club.
I'll have
Yeah.
heard it, but I can't think of. But I'm going to listen now that Michelle mentions it because
Okay, there we go.
I'm going to
See,
now.
River, now I gotta do my full-fledged job now. So keep talking
Okay.
and about
Okay.
Pat Travers that you have not. Okay, hold on a minute because I'm sending out my.
Hello.
My computer is so slow. Keep talking.
Okay, I'll talk. So
Yeah. Okay.
anybody got any questions?
Let's find out.
If you have any questions you want to ask me, I'm very happy to answer them. Unless you ask me how old I am, in which case I shall tell you I am 21 plus.
There we go.
Someone else actually asked me that. How old are you, River Brooks? 21 plus.
What the hell's wrong with people?
I don't know. It's so unbecoming.
It is.
Anyhow,
It makes you want to slap.
you're so violent.
Oh, not at all.
So anyhow,
What two? Was it two T's or two G's?
for what?
Ready.
No two of anything. Two. No, there's no two.
No tooth or anything? You're
No
saying
teeth.
that Joe has no teeth?
Joe's got no teeth. There's no double things going on with him.
Oh, right.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. We're talking about something.
Joe, he's talking about you. It's him. It's him over there. It's not me.
I don't know. It's so innocent. Innocent.
All right.
Okay, hold on a minute. I look, you have to forgive me. My computer's really running slow tonight, so I'm trying to get all this done because I think a lot of people want to see how Mr. Segretti has been. Okay, why is it his name? Joe,
We can talk about Joe.
He's got like blockers on or something. Okay, River.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you on your end, I just sent you
Are you asking me
in the private chat. So if you can try and send that to Joe Segretti because he's asking about like where's this link of you're talking about because I think he's had a none right now and enough pasta fajoule to be able to come join us on the show over here and as long as you got pasta fajoule in you, you're okay. That's for sure. Okay,
right,
here's some questions. You asked for questions. One, okay. We got boom. See, there we go.
Born under a bad sign or crash and burn.
Under a bad sing or crash and burn. Those are songs from
the Tevers guy.
Yeah, you got
All
it.
right. Born under a bad.
Michelle's educating you about Pat Travers. Now here's another one. Who are some of your influences?
Oh, Shirley.
So of course you grew up with that stuff, but tell me what your influences are now.
Oh, now?
Now, like what's brought you to this point that created River Brooks?
It's hard to say because it's a lot of these guys. Because I've never really been a big, huge fan of the more contemporary stuff. Although I appreciate good music when I hear it, but it never makes me want to play it again and again. There's very few tunes that makes me want to play the same thing and listen to it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Amy Winehouse was pretty good. I liked her. She was very talented. Adele, her first album was very good. The second one, I thought it got a bit boring then, but the first
Mhm.
one was excellent. So I guess these guys. And then before then, I would say we kind of stretches back. I mean, you had your Annie Lennox and all these guys, the nice, powerful voices there.
Oh, there you go. No, that's
Yeah, nice, powerful
yeah.
voices.
Believe it or not, man. I was never sure if she was gay or not because of course she always had that short hair. But I thought the woman was absolutely stunning. Loved her voice. Yeah, she was one of
Mhm,
those. Most people growing up in my days or whatever, it was Farrah Fawcett posters. But when Annie
mhm.
Lennox came along, oh my God, what a
Oh,
stunning
she was
beauty she was.
different, right? She was different, and she had this amazing bone structure and the really cropped hair and stuff. She was stunning and very
Yeah.
talented as well.
Mhm.
So there was her, and she had this fabulous voice. Um,
Mhm.
but I tend to like trying the men's songs,
Yeah.
the ones that are traditionally sang by men,
Mhm.
because then you don't get people, for the most part, they're not going to compare you, right? Because it's different from the get go. They're not expecting it to be the same.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I would say her. Who else? I would still go back to your like Shirley Bassey's. I went to see Shirley Bassey in concert when I was young.
Yeah.
And I thought, at first, I was a little bit embarrassed because I'm thinking, I'm going to go to this concert. It was in the Glasgow SEC. I'm going to go to
Mhm.
this concert and I'm going to be the only person that's under 70. And I went to this concert and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And it's a massive, thousands of people there. I
Of
couldn't
course.
believe what I saw. Half of the audience was the same
Mhm.
age as me. I'm like, how's this? Here was me keeping it my little secret for many, many years.
Yeah, all that time you thought you were an individual and nobody would
That's right.
understand you, and you found the field of
I
bumblebees.
went
You
there and
really
half
did.
the people were the same age as me. And I'm like, what the hell? Here's me thinking I was unique like Shirley Bassey. And then, of
Mhm.
course, Freddie Mercury came out and said he liked Shirley Bassey. But then it was cool.
There you
But
go.
Shirley Bassey, she's just the best. I think
Yeah.
she's fabulous. But it's more than the voice. She has this massive voice, and she's so tiny. I couldn't believe how tiny she was when I went to
Mhm.
see her in concert. She's tiny, tiny, like
Mhm.
I don't know, 5'1" or something. And
Well,
then she
look, if
has,
you ever gone to see like Ronnie James Dio, that guy was like what, only 4 feet tall?
yeah, yeah.
So,
And these are the ones that has the huge personality, right?
yeah, they do.
She
Well,
comes out
it's like Chihuahuas,
this everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
they
she's
always
just
think they're big dogs.
amazing. And
Yeah.
Tina Turner, of course, Tina Turner. Who can't like Tina
Oh,
Turner?
there you go.
She's fantastic. I have to say, Tina Turner is probably a big influence as well because I just love the energy that she brought, you
Mhm.
know, and she's just amazing. Seeing her in concert was just wow. So there's
Really?
her, yeah,
They
Tina.
were married? They were married, these two?
Yeah, she was married to Dave
Stewart
Stewart.
and Annie Lennox were
Right,
a couple at one time.
right.
Okay,
That's
I didn't know that.
She
I
has a
didn't know
daughter
that.
now, I think. Does she have a daughter? I think she has a daughter. She's very similar to Annie Lennox. I
Oh,
believe. I might be
yeah.
mistaken. Yeah, so Annie Lennox, she was fantastic. Other than these guys, then we're going back again to the classic ladies. I always loved listening to Sarah Vaughan.
Mhm.
If I was stressed or stuff at school or whatever, and when I was
Mhm.
young, and classical music as well. I'm quite a fan of classical music. But
Mhm.
I'd listen to Sarah Vaughan because these tones and are just so beautiful. So
Guess who?
yeah.
Okay, hold
He kicked me out.
here. No, not you. I'm trying to get Joe on. Joe's here, but
Is he? Hi,
his
Joe.
device is not connected. His device is not connected. Now, this is Mr. Top Engineer. Joe, you have to connect your camera and your microphone. Yes, you have to show yourself, even if you're having bad hair day.
I don't know, ladies. This is the men for you. See, if I had been in
Yeah.
charge,
This
Just,
wouldn't
yeah,
this wouldn't
100
happen here.
times worse.
Yeah, this whole thing would not have happened. That's for sure. So we have to wait until he connects his devices. Your guest will need to connect the mic and cam before he can add them to the stream. So you have to add your mic and you have to add your camera, or else no come on the show. But we want to see you anyhow. We want to
We
hear
want
you,
to see Joe.
So
We
please,
do
Joe.
want to show Joe.
Please,
Come,
Joe.
come, Joe, please.
Come,
Please,
Joe.
please, come and
Please,
speak.
please, please. Come speak with us.
It's worse than a girl, that Joe.
I'll never get to interview Geddy Lee. You're the closest thing I'll get. You know, so
Please, Joe. Please come and love you.
that's it. We'll even play the Cure, love, whatever, whatever makes you happy, Joe. We'll even play "Way Mama Pishi Frita Bacala." We'll play that for you if you want, Joe, just to make you happy. We will do so. He just jumped off.
You there?
I don't
Joe,
know
you
what's going on with Joe. Joe's got to. He probably logged back. He's going to log back in and start over again and get the camera and the mic on. That's the only way he can get on the show, unless he said this and
I
other
know what
things that you might.
Now I know what he's been doing. He's been killing time because he's been in the bathroom, putting on his makeup and fixing his hair. Right, Joe?
Yeah, probably. Well, after all, we want to promote his studio and the great work that he does also. So, hence another reason why we need you on as soon as possible. So the River, quick question or whatever, or maybe a deeper question. What do you want people to get from this album? What is it that if this album is to be a huge success for you, what is it you are trying to deliver to them, and what can we expect coming up from you on the next album?
Oh, yes. Well,
Yes.
on this album here, I think it's all about being able to relate to something, relate to
Mhm.
at least one of the songs. And I think people in general will find at least one song that they can relate to, that
Mhm.
they've had some experience of, or they know someone that has.
Mhm.
So that's really what it's about, relatability and being able
Mhm.
to make a connection that way.
Mhm.
And for the stuff that's coming up, well,
Mhm.
Joe and I have spent so much time on this, and we had lots and lots of ideas.
I know you had more freaking songs than the album is the
And we
truth, right?
we were lucky that we could pick and choose and say, right, well, we'll spend more time on these ones later. But so we probably have enough for another album.
Okay.
And I think that it would probably lean a bit more in the direction of like a soulful kind of R&B. I don't think it'll digress too much. It might be a bit more, a bit softer, I guess. But I think that what Joe managed to capture in this album was attitude. And that's really what it's all about. It's about having an attitude. And I wouldn't say a bad attitude. I'd just say a strong attitude, believing in
Well,
yourself.
which is basically rock,
Yes.
that's the rock side of you, is having that attitude and letting
It has
people,
that feel. The overall album has this feel. And so, normally while like I say, I like all kinds of different music. So it was actually, to be honest, and you can ask Joe about this, but it was a bit of
I'd
a
like
challenge.
to, but he's having real problems logging in over here. So
Yeah. Well,
go ahead.
hopefully he'll be able to come on, and when he comes on, he'll explain to you that it was a bit of a challenge trying to find what River Brooks actually sounds like. Because if you think about it, I do tend to like singing any genre of music, and I like all music. So then somebody says, "Okay, so how would you sing this?" And it's like, oh, and I don't actually know. So it took some time to bring this character in that album, and I think it was quite successful because it's definitely the character definitely has attitude, and I think that's kind of a bit like me. I think that came through in the album.
Mhm.
And the songs came through. I mean, most of them are personal experiences or people that that I know. So they're not all my personal experiences, but they're certainly of people that I know. But you can definitely feel that in the song and in the music. There's this girl who's kind of a bit kick-ass, really. She's not a PC,
Yeah.
and that comes through. So I think Joe captured that really well in his producing and stuff like that.
Well,
But
basically, Kirk is saying it out loud right here. Damn right. Maybe. It's all about attitude. Without attitude, the world would be no
that's right.
progression. That's for sure. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's what people will get from this
Mm-hmm.
new album. I think they'll get a sense of attitude and strength as well. I think it's quite a strong. It's
Yeah.
like obviously it's me that's singing, so it's a female that's singing,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, but I love your look. Like I
Right.
always told you that, you're not a girl who goes around wearing high heels and dresses. And you got that Buster, that Bazooka Joe hat on, and you got, the cowboy boots and the like cool, comfortable jeans and a good t. I mean, you're just so relaxed and laid back and so cool. But you got that little scrappy do type of look or whatever, and that's one thing we love about you. What I'm so happy about is the fact that you came to this interview and didn't wear sunglasses, because many times we're on Facebook and we're always saying, River, take those glasses off, take those glasses. And then what she does is like everybody's making comments like, oh, your eyes are so beautiful, oh my god. And it's like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
I had this conversation with one of my friends.
Yeah.
I always wear glasses, and we had a huge laugh about it. If you're listening, Michelle,
Yeah.
not the other Michelle, a different Michelle.
Mhm.
If you're listening,
Mhm.
you know what I
If
mean.
you're listening.
If you're listening,
Well,
and
we've had a lot of listeners here tonight, that's for sure, man. There's a lot of people tuned into the show. And
the reason that I wear glasses is because I get so into the song. I'm a
Mhm.
little bit of a perfectionist in that, I really have to feel it.
You get in
And
there like, oh, so you're saying you get in there like Ray Charles or Stevie
yeah,
Wonder type of thing? Was that-
this is true. This
Yeah,
is true.
it is.
It's true. I hide behind the glasses
Yeah.
because if I didn't, you would be thinking I was having some kind of fit.
Oh yeah.
And that's true.
So you're afraid of making that face like what was that? Jessica Simpson or whatever? You ever see that girl sing? She looks like she's chewing on a bad lemon or something.
You would be worried for me if I
Yeah.
sang that shade. You'd be like, "Oh my God, is she all right?"
Now this is where this is indie rock radio, and this is where we find out the true secrets of artists or whatever. So we have found out now why River wears hung glasses all the time. So let's see what one of her fans is saying over here. River doesn't have to look. She is what look must be.
Oh,
Ah,
fabulous.
now this guy, oh yeah. This guy, he's got to be a musician too, eh? Is Michelle a musician? Yes, he is, eh?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because that's pretty deep writing right there. River doesn't have to have the look. She is what look must be.
Oh, that's fabulous. Thank you,
Yes,
Michelle.
I
Well,
know.
I always say, and you know what? I always say, and this is true for everybody, is you mustn't be a follower. You do your own thing.
Yeah,
If you like something, go with it. But don't force yourself to like something because everybody else is liking it. That's just,
and
be
I've taken that advice you've given me many times, and I just never hold back a fart. You know that, eh?
well, yes, I've heard.
It's because you told me, you said, you know what, why hide anything, just let people know who you are. And I say, it's like, what, they're going to suffer for a couple of seconds, what the hell, but at least you're sharing the love in the room and stuff. And I also believe if you hold it in for too long, you might spontaneously combust. So
And in some countries, it's a good thing.
Yeah, some people fart after dinner.
That's right. It's usually when you're all eating together, they just go for it, So,
where the hell are we going here? Only Bling and River, when they get together, get into these conversations. we've lost Joe Segretti altogether here. I don't know what the heck happened to him. If he
Joe,
got shy,
he's probably, Phil, he's probably saying, you know what, I just can't do it.
I just can't do it.
I just can't go on there and
Without the diluthium crystals. You just don't have the time.
I just can't go on there and talk garbage with these two. My reputation will be ruined.
That's it. He can't follow this shit. That's for sure.
What is it?
No. Where can he? Come on, Joe.
My
You've been
street-
here before. Oh, here he comes. And here is the man himself.
Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joe Segretti.
There you go.
How are you?
Hey, oh,
All right.
gee.
Oh, he's got the cup. He's got the glass. He's ready
Yeah,
to fall.
that's it. I'm here.
Hey.
Now all hell breaks loose,
I'm
right,
not
Joe?
really savvy with this stuff here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Mhm.
What?
I have to get Alex to help me put it on. You know, he
Yeah.
always makes fun of me. He goes, "You work some major software and then you can't open Facebook."
I
Yeah.
know.
That's my thing, man.
I know. I'm the same thing. I like, all this technical stuff. I'm not too bad. The system broke down on me the other night. It overheated and just went crapped straight out on me. But yeah, and then when I get onto Adobe Audition or whatever, and sometimes I'm still working my way around that. So I'm like the opposite of it.
Yeah.
Usually the technical side here. So, yeah, but man, yeah, you were my angel that came to me during the Blank Fest or whatever when it came
Yeah,
to
well,
I appreciate that.
it's okay. You know, I got used to that kind of like on the spot. You get
Yeah.
there and the system is not working. I mean,
Yeah.
I can figure that more out than I can.
Yeah. Well, it is, like we started off at a really cool venue. We started off at a brand new place, right?
Yeah,
Which was, Kelly's Orchard, if most people know it in Montreal.
that was
but
nice. It's a nice place,
Yeah.
nice bar.
It is. It's nice and cozy. But, like the system or whatever is, for a small group that sets up in there, nothing big. But we were trying to work the best that we possibly could with it.
No,
'cause
but it
there
was
all-
great. It was
a lot
the
of people
cause.
going.
It was really about
Yeah.
the cause there.
Yeah,
We
it was.
had a chance to bring all our coats that we don't wear, give it to
Oh,
people.
man.
that
We
need it.
raised, in the end, we raised over 600 coats and blankets that night. Eh?
Hey, I
And,
think I
we
brought
also raised
at least
$4,000.
3 coats. I brought at least
We
3
raised-
coats.
Yeah, we raised about $4,000 for our drinks and stuff that everybody bought for West Island Homeless Shelter, and I think they're already starting to lay ground on the first one, which is really cool. So be proud we were a part of that, and this year sadly to be able to do Blank Fest because of COVID-19 and stuff. It's really something that you have to have a drop-off point to do, and getting everybody together. I wish I could do it online and have a drop-off point, but I don't really have a place to hold all these coats and blankets and stuff into the transportation, and it's just tough right now. So Joe, River, welcome both of you aboard here. It's not the first time you've been behind the mic with me, because of course at Blank Fest we did a little interview, but I'd like to some of the people who are tuned in for the first time and stuff, how did the both of you meet? How did this all combine together originally? How did this work out?
Well,
Who wants to take this one?
well, I'll take it so far, and then you can take it from there. All right.
Sure, you go for it.
All right.
She's
So,
the face behind the product, right? She's the PR person.
yeah.
I'm
well,
the Italian. I'm going to stumble.
I
all
know.
over and,
I let her alone before she took over the whole show. It's now known as the River
yeah, that's
Brooks
it.
Show.
It's the River Brooks show. I like that.
Anyhow, so one of my friends, I don't know if Vinny is listening today. I hope so. Vinita, very cool vocal coach, by the way. So Vinny, shout out for Vinita Morrison. Very, very good. Anyway, so she and I had this discussion, and she says you have to record a song just for fun. And I says, well, do it just a cover song. And she says, I know this guy is great. And I'm like, yeah, okay, then, let's go.
Yeah, he's always.
Give me his number. So she gave me his number, this guy called Joe. And then
Typical.
I'm like,
He's not too bad. He's a good guy.
and all right then, Joe. Vinita told me that you're pretty good at this sort of stuff. I want to record a cover. And so it says, yeah, well, send me some ideas of the sort of stuff you want to do, or the songs that you like.
Yeah.
So I sent him a whole load of stuff. And basically, he picked from the stuff that I sent him. And Joe, you can probably go on from there, right?
I really liked her voice. As soon as I heard her voice, it's like okay, I want to meet this girl. I called
There's
Manita. I
something
go, like,
unique to it, eh?
yeah,
There's
she
something
has
unique
a
to it, isn't
total
there, Joe?
unique voice. Yeah, I liked her voice. I heard right away, that Amy Winehouse sound like she had and all that. And I just wanted to and the way she recorded herself even was amazing. Like it sounded like like a production. Like wow, man, this sounds really cool. Like she must have just put a mic anywhere, and the whole aspect of it came out like positive. So I really enjoyed that. And once I got to talk to her, then I saw that wow, she's Scottish also. This is amazing, and it was really fun. It was really fun, like meeting her and working. I was really interested in that sound, so I was curious, like if she could actually produce that sound, like with me in a studio environment. And when we did meet, we hit it off right away. For me, anyways, it was pretty easy. Like she had like a selection of songs, like Ray Charles, and so as soon as I heard a few of those songs from Ray Charles to another country one, which
She was singing stuff like, "Hey,
Yeah.
Mama, don't treat me wrong."
no,
I never brought you country. I didn't. As much as country's fabulous, I didn't bring you country because I can't do
kind of
country.
riff to it there. I forgot what it's called now. The actual song.
Oh, Tennessee whiskey.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's country. That's country. That's George Jones.
That's a good song.
Yeah,
That's George Jones, man. The
that's
man.
country, right? I mean,
Yep.
Yeah. So I said, okay, wow, let's check it out. So when we did the first pitch of like ideas, I wasn't sure like which direction she was going to go to. So we did like we did a few songs, and I figured, "Love Me Like You Do" was going to be the best kind of like sound that would work with her like vocal cords and with her her emotions and like that style that was really personalized within her. Like I wanted to bring that out, and I always wanted to work with someone, because I always worked with English-oriented people or Italians or French Canadians.
You
like
got it.
and whatnot, and other like more, like Canadian. But when I heard her sound, I go, wow, man, I'm gonna actually like a Brit or that kind of family tone. So I was really excited for that. So
that UK
it just worked
sound.
out. It worked out, and I liked what I did with her, and from there it just started happening. But like I wasn't sure. When we did Love Me Like You Do, it was really like, okay, let's see what happens. And it came out good. But then when she said, okay, let's do some more, that's when I said, oh, wow, what are we going to do now? Like, is it going to go towards like that? Love Me Like You Do?
Love Me Like You Do was the first track that you guys recorded.
Yes. We wanted to find out what worked, like what worked, what I would like be able to generate. And she bounced off that idea and see what was going to come out,
So believe it or not, when I first met River, I said, send me some tracks. She sends me that one and that one. Today, I heard that track, Love Me Like You Do, today for the first time. And I was fucking blown away. Okay. Yeah. And I was like, why didn't she send me that originally and stuff like that? You know what I mean? So,
it's a good, it's really,
that was a good start. It really was.
Always open up like a channel of that style.
Yeah.
That is part of her. I think at our age right now, you get to like many styles, so you appreciate everything you've learned and everything you've came across. And that's the idea. You want to bring that out. Yeah. You want to bring out all those experiences and all those like vibes of bands you really enjoy, or singers or songwriters or poets or whatnot, So that was our first attempt.
Well, like basically the as I was talking to River, there's definitely a sense of fusion that's brought into the music. It's hard to really label the music or whatever, but it's a fusion of everything from funk to soul to this jazz, everything that she's learned all together, and she belts it out there and puts it out there, and that's what makes her so unique when it comes to singing and stuff. And I think, honestly, with the creativity you and your son have shown in writing the music and stuff like that, man, very punchy, very.
Well, my
when
son
I look at you and her, when I look at you and her, you remind me of Joe Bonanassi, Joseph
Okay.
Bonanassi, and the other singer that he sings with. I forget her name. Patty something or whatever, but there's a like this both of these artists combined together or whatever. It was one guy who's from like a cool blues background and another one who's just like a phenomenal singer, and I think I see that in the collaboration that the both of you have put together here. It's incredible. I could tell you a lot of us are looking forward to some live events whenever we get out of this whole COVID thing or whatever. Can't wait to see you
hopefully
go
we'll
out
get
and
there. Yeah, I hope for the sake of our of Canada and the whole world that we get out of this.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
It's gonna be like the Roaring 20. It's gonna just happen. It's gonna explode like when, when it's activated once again.
It is. But
okay, so yeah, go ahead, River.
I think the thing that for Joe and I is because you're always like have that rocky edge, I find. And then I have this. It's more of a kind of soulful, little bit R&B feel to it.
Yeah, totally.
We bring them both together, and you end up with this arrangement, which is neither. But I think it works. I think it's different. I really like what we've done, and I think you did a great job, Joe. I think it's great.
I wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you and my son Alex, because I mean, you know, it's strength in numbers. You need people to like throw each other vibes and throw each other inspiration. And you know, that's how it works. Like you try to like not step on anyone's feet, but at the same time you're pushing yourself. So each time there was a comment, whether it be from her or my son, oh, I don't like this, you know, I really like
That's
more
what
that.
I wanted to get into. Yeah, I wanted to know like what it's been like or whatever, because River has spoke about like there's sometimes these guys are right on the ball and you love each other, but there's been moments where like there's been disagreements, strong disagreements, but these guys always blend it all together. You put it together. Yeah.
Well,
so
it's kind of like it's tricky because, you know, you want to like try to like stay within a certain ballpark. But, you know, I really believe there is no real rules. Like, you know, you just got to go with what's real. And as soon as you hit something that's real, that's what you got to focus on, bringing out that side of it. And if that song ends up going a bit more like country-ish, or if it goes more bluesy, or if it goes more rock, or it goes more, you know, with a pop feel, like who cares really? Like at the end, it's a good song. It's got to make people feel good.
Yeah,
it's got to mean something to like the people performing it or playing it. So at the end, it's all about good vibes and not losing what's real. Because I mean, if you're trying to make something that's fake and it's in the framework or structure, but it sounds dull or sounds sterile because you're overworking it, then you've lost the initial like point of this marriage of artists trying to create something.
Yeah, it's keep in mind you're dealing with three different mindsets of artists collaborate together is some of the toughest things. I've worked with artists in the past or whatever. I when I started this whole gig many years back, I was managing an artist by the name of Bruce Corian, who was a guitar Thunder Rider. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They were back from the 80s or whatever. But this artist or whatever, the whole band had got together. It was called the Bruce Corian Band. We went out and the clubs were packed when we played, but whenever it was off stage, never so much drama or whatever. This one, that one, you know, this one's not playing that, you know, like, you know, somebody's complaining about something, egos, all kinds of stuff. You get a collaboration of everything. And one of the coolest things is when you get together and see success like this is incredible.
Well, we don't try to like, we really respect one another. That's for sure. Like, that's like, we never, we even became friends, you know, like I know the husband, he knows my wife, like, you know, we all, you know, we'll hang one here and there, you know, but when we get to work, River and I, it's more, it's like a friendship. You become very close to the people. That in all these years that I've been doing, working with different artists or developing artists or whatever it is, you become very close with people, you know. you get to know their family, you get to know what they like, what they believe in. You become like a therapist at the point even, and we do that to one another. Like we cheer each other up when it's down, and so it becomes a real personal experience. And the sad thing is, one day it's going to end, because project works, then it's great. But if it doesn't, it's like,
we'll be
God,
friends forevermore.
I mean, we'll always be friends. But I've been through this thing so long, and that's the sad part of it, because I've worked with many really talented people, and man, there's talent out there. There is so much talent. Like you have no idea how good.
I have an idea, because this is why I do this. Because of that altogether, they're not getting hurt.
The world has so much to offer. It's unfortunate that I mean, me, for instance, to get to deliver what I'm delivering now, I had to like just invest and keep getting projects and reinvest to get to the point I'm at now, to own a studio, to actually do what I want. I wish I had this kind of funding and this equipment 20 years ago. 20 years ago, it's like,
Joe, I want you to plug the recording studio too, to let young artists know, because they do tune into the show. Let them know, basically, that is that you do at the studio.
Yeah, we're all ready to help anybody that wants to develop their idea. I mean, in this case with Riiver was like, we kind of like, I wrote with her because that's the direction it went. But I mean, I've worked with other, like for instance, a great band, it's a Montreal band, they're called Mooch. Okay, it's my son's band also. Yeah. And like with them, I didn't do no writing. It was just strictly like arrangement and production, and they went out to and work with Bjork. You get it in California.
I myself, I've touched in the producer line of things in my career also, and what I always like to do is I would like to be able to take all the tracks. I said, bring me all the tracks that you like you were doing, and then I would pick through them. I'd run into local, have them play the tracks for me, and then pick which ones I think should be on the album. And what I really loved was one of these bands I worked with, is that they brought me an acoustic song, but it had something, right? And it's really great to bring it from an acoustic guitar and bring it out into something that's like, I even got to the point where I heard like cellos and violins and stuff just doing a chump, chump, chump. But, the budget, of course, restrained on it because it was just a punk rock band type of thing. But it was this really cool track. And it was great taking that from just an acoustic guitar and bringing it out into something that was a lot bigger and ended up being the most popular song on the album after. And that's what's really cool. Is that whole creative side of working with artists and doing different things like that. That, you get to put your love and your passion about music too,
Well, you see, with me now, I don't have that more. So if I want to go over, I just go over, and I'll take a tab for it. Because when I'll start something, if I don't get what I want to hear, it won't be no more about money. It's going to be about like getting that satisfaction of getting that product, because that product is going to speak volumes if it sounds right. If it's done right and it's done with passion, that's when it's going to explode, and it's going to attract people like you. Like you heard it. Like Riiver came back to me because I was giving back to her, and she was giving back to me, whether she realized it or not. And, I mean, there was some finance involved. I mean, you need some form of finance, but it's not something to break the bank, because we've put hours. I mean, she used to, I think there was times when she would be recording, like she didn't like me no more, man. I would send her, okay, let's do it again one more time. I've been very diplomatic.
No.
You would hear that real Scottish aggressiveness come out from.
While we're on that subject, this is the first time I've done many interviews. The station has been around for quite a while, 30 years in radio. I have never, ever, ever had somebody put an angry face on my freaking Facebook. And I don't know, maybe you know who this guy is. His name is Maurizio Gallucci. Is he a very angry person? I have no idea what the fuck I've done, but supposedly he put an angry face on our Facebook live feed here, and I apologize if I've offended you.
You know what? It's my brother-in-law. He's a guitarist. he's amazing.
You made a mistake.
You must have made a mistake, you know.
He's
You must have made a
Oh, there we
mistake.
go.
I don't think you would ever put an
I must
angry
have button or something. I'm hoping.
No. That's my brother-in-law.
about.
Actually, Frank Bedia is also my brother-in-law. The guy that commented before there with my name.
Hey,
Actually,
he's
I
about
sold them both the record.
about.
So I sold them. I already sold like 10 records, right? All right,
Yeah.
10 CDs. They're sold.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm
That's it.
sure. You know what, River? You know, you definitely got a great group of people helping you out and bringing you to wherever it is you want with this thing. And, you know, we're never going to mention your age because we know you're starting off at a very young age here at 21. Did I just mention your age? And you got a long career ahead of you. That's for sure. I really think, Joe, you and me have been around this game for a long time, and even worked together in the wedding industry and stuff like that, corporate events, and you know, when you see an artist and you capture someone as good as this, you don't want to let her go. You want to be a part of it. You really want to, you know, be hands on, and that's exactly how I felt when I saw River Brooks. She's been one of my favorite artists. I play her constantly all the time on the station. She's been on my show Indie Scene. I guarantee I play her at least once every week on the show. And you know, I'm glad to be a part of your world. And
I mean, you know, that's very. We're very touched that you actually believe in us.
Yeah, well, you know, I believe in a lot of artists, and the reason why I started this station, and River, I've told you this, is because a lot of artists like her, nobody would know who the hell she is right now, and we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for having other radio stations that do what I do and stuff, and give the independent artist a help in hand. Because mainstream radio, they think playing 10 seconds of a song is supporting indies. You know what I mean? I don't believe so. I worked in mainstream. I've worked in it all, and I, you know, if I was going to do anything this time, or you know, to start the station, the first thing was going to be to support great artists like her and you and many other people that I've met over the years. And we've seen some great acts come through here. And one of the greatest things you can experience is when we're at this indie level, and one day you're doing like a big, huge outdoor festival show, and nobody can get backstage to see you, but you know, the bling.
That's when you get it.
Oh, that's it. To build your credentials like that, and you see someone find success after and stuff, and hopefully by then you won't be on cocaine or anything or ripped out. You know, you'll be the same River Brooks that we all know and love.
You don't need that. It's 100% natural. Well, for me, it's been always that, anyways. I don't need any drugs. I
think only
music is my
River and angry Scottish wine. That's all it's going to be.
No, she's Scottish. Let's not talk about her husband. Her husband, man, you cannot sit down and drink with this guy. This guy, man, like he is the man that you don't know. You don't want to outdrink. This guy is solid.
He's solid, eh?
Solid.
This guy can drink like sambuca like nothing, right?
Sambuca is a joke for him.
Oh no, grappa. Sorry, I got that wrong. Grappa.
This is a real Scot.
Like nothing, eh?
He made me sample scotches I never even knew, like, you know.
He's gonna be really
master.
We're gonna come in and say, "What the fuck are you saying about me?"
He's British.
He's gonna come by and lift up his kilt any minute now. Yeah,
he's a Brit, no? He's great.
Is he a Brit or is he a Scotsman? Your husband? Eh?
Is he what?
Is that Brit or is he Scottish?
Okay, so there's England, there's Scotland.
She's giving us a geography lesson now, Joe.
Come under the umbrella. So you got England, Scotland, Wales, and he's English. He's one of them, and I'm one of them.
Okay,
but he's the good one. He's one of the good ones.
Did you say he's the good one?
He's one of the he's amazing.
And I'm the bad one? I've met your husband.
No, you're the Scots. I love
he's a straight up guy. He needs a full medal. Just
Scottish. My passed away a while back. One of my uncles did this like heritage thing. You know, you find out there your ancestry and all that. and he traced it all the way down to Scotland. Segretti, imagine.
Oh, okay. I cool, because I was really feeling bad there, dude. Go. We have gotten our response.
You're the angry guy.
The angry guy.
Angry.
I'll remember you forever, Mauricio.
We love you.
No, he's a good guy. He's another good guy.
Gracias. Tutto está bom. Hey. He doesn't look that angry either. Look at the picture.
No, this
How
guy,
could
you
a
know,
guy
he looks happy. You know why he looks happy? Because he's every year he buys a new guitar, and and then we get together and discuss which other guitars we're gonna buy. So like there was a time he was barely playing, but he had some of the best guitars. Like he had better guitars than artists. This is the man that like actually he tells me all the specs of all the guitars.
Yeah,
Tells me,
what
okay,
does he own?
check this out, check this amp out, check this out. He's the master, like in that. He does all the research for me. And lets me know. Yeah.
Hey,
This is our.
He knows all about.
We don't tell our wives.
Yeah.
Our wives lost count because now there's like more than 10 guitars hanging. So they like put one extra, it doesn't show. It always looks packed. You know, it's all about spacing them. You know, if you space them properly, like don't your wife will never know.
You know, one of the first
messages from people, and it makes no sense. Look at this.
I have to tell you, one of the first times I went to Joe's place, he says, "Come down to my basement and meet my mistresses."
There you go.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, that
Trying to meet my mistresses. They're all in the basement.
See, that keeps you from cheating.
65.
You buy guitars. Just keep looking at them. They're all set.
That's what you were saying.
My wife said that all on my head.
He told me to come and meet his mistresses in the basement.
Let's not get my wife here on the.
Oh, she's coming. She's
Oh
coming.
yeah, just up on your head. She actually warned me on it.
Hey, River, at that point, you should have just looked over at Joe and said, "You're a little bastard."
I'm like, let's go. Let's see the mistresses.
No, it's great. It was great.
But it was cool, right, Joe?
Joe, if you were to do a music video, would you be like Stevie Ray Vaughan, where the woman keeps taking the guitar, trying to get his attention, and he just keeps replacing it?
That video there. Well, that's been always like that. I mean, you know, it's just I used to go to the bathroom with my guitar on. I used to practice, and not to stop practicing. I would still have it on. Go to pee, go back out, and practice.
Oh my God.
That's what I would do.
Frank Marino used to have a girlfriend who used to carry his little mini amplifier as he was playing his guitar walking to the park.
Talking about Frank Marino,
I've interviewed him.
that was my first concert I ever saw. Frank Marino was I actually was on Showm, I think it was. He was doing an interview, and I actually got on, right? And I was like at that time, I think I was like 14 or something, and it was my first concert that I was gonna go watch, right? And he was with Rick Derringer opening up with him, and blew my mind, man. Frank Marino, so happy that he's Canadian and from Montreal.
Well, and, he's been on the show several times on Indie Scene, and one of my favorite interviews of all time. The thing is now, you know what? This is a guy who truly solely loves the music. He says, I could care less if I go out and do a concert right now. He only does it because he loves it, because the reaction of the crowd. If the fans want it, he's there. But if it wasn't that, he's just happy sitting at home in a studio and just having friends come over. Like if I say, Joe, let's go to Frank's house. He's subtle. He's going to be like, let's pick up a guitar, watch some hockey, and jam a couple of tunes and have some fun. That's it. Yeah, that's Frank. And most humble guy. And this guy has got people like Zach Wilde looking up to him and all kinds of different artists. He's a guitar legend. He's incredible. Yeah, Frank. But he doesn't even own a cell phone. Well, he's not into technology, Facebook, and all this stuff. One time I got in touch with him. Somebody posted that he was dead on his Facebook. And I said, by the way, I called your cousin. I said, is it true, Frank? He goes, no. He says, well, let him know. And he had to literally come on Facebook which he's not used to doing, and say, "I'm definitely alive." So,
Well,
you know,
I think
don't worry, people.
he had a concert
You know?
planned.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think he had a concert planned out like the summer or was it autumn? But after this whole COVID thing came through, and so I think it's like pushed. But I'm sure we're going to be seeing.
Oh yeah,
this.
everything pushed. Yeah, but he also has a DVD that he just came out with of his music live concert. Incredible. If you haven't had a chance,
Well, you
to
know
pick that
the
up,
Black
folks,
Album, live, Frank Marino live there, the Black Album.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Yeah.
that was recorded also in parts of it in Montreal.
Yeah.
So, like I always
Now,
told
do you know?
I'm part of that album. I was one of the people screaming there, like.
Yeah. By the way, Joe, do you own a Gibson SG?
Of course. I'm a Strat
If you
player,
want to
but
get, if you want
actually,
to,
it was
if
my
you want
son's
to
fault.
get,
Yes.
okay, if you want a Gibson SG and you want to have that sound like Frank Marino, here is the trick. What he does is he shaves the neck down and he uses lighter strings. That's where he gets his speed and his lightning sound.
A friend of mine told me that.
Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
what he
more
does, he
than
shaves
that.
the neck. What? Yeah, well, of course it's more than that.
all
You
kinds
got to
of-
have talent
It's called
fingers
talent.
and the
It's called shedding the wood like you did.
yeah,
It's
you
called
got it.
Gordon
So who
Howard.
knows? Maybe he wore the neck down and didn't trim it down.
Yeah.
You know, so who knows? Anyways, let's get back to River here because she's feeling alone and all in the corner here, and I think she's probably down to about 4 glasses while we weren't.
Well, you know what? While you talk to her, I'm going to
How you doing,
fill my glass.
Oh, wait. Here, Joe, get me one as well. Let me go. Yes.
Get me one. And now it's the time for his wife to come in and tell us the truth about everything.
Yeah, Mary, come and tell us.
Mary, come say hello.
So-
Anyways,
Do you want to?
So-
do you want to?
aren't we having a fun time?
We
We
are.
found
It's
out
lovely.
that Mauricio is not angry at us, so we're totally happy for that. Mauricio also left this message, which we need to, post up. We'll have to post the messages up every once in a while. Look how slow they're coming up. Love the music. Joe and River really complete each other.
Oh.
Oh, I'm going to have to like.
Hey,
I'm gonna
He
have
is
to talk to
he's
him.
an angry person. He's very loving.
He's lovely.
Yeah.
You're so lovely, Morris.
He's,
Look
look
at
at
Go
him.
get that Explorer. Go buy that Explorer. Go make yourself
That's it.
happy. Buy that Explorer.
Is that what you
Go
want?
get it. Gibson wants you to buy it.
Por la morte de Dios, Marus.
Even River bought a nice guitar. She has an SG also.
I
I
do.
know.
Her husband's surprised with a birthday present. An SG.
Well, now you're going
Anyhow.
to tell me she has an ovation.
No. She doesn't have an
No,
ovation.
you don't have an ovation. You got to get an
I-
ovation.
Simple because I'm
Good
just
question.
getting to grips with it. You see?
It's quiet.
So there's no point in me having anything fancy.
Mm-hmm.
All of
Here
this
comes some
stuff.
more comments. Here's comes some more comments. Somebody's going to challenge my knowledge.
It's true. It's true. He keeps all his mistresses in the basement with their strings. That's
Listen,
exactly
it
true.
keeps you busy, like, right?
That's right.
I have to say, when he first said
That's
that,
a beautiful, beautiful.
I was
music.
oh,
There's Mike.
Big Mike.
We're coming there. We're coming there.
So
So I think we're up to the point now where we have the track that we selected that has not been heard yet. That's going to be on the up and coming album, the big surprise song. And give us the name of that song.
we were gonna do how I roll the whole one, or did you want to hear the groovy one?
Joe, your wife just made a comment.
The groovy one.
Eh?
Oh yes, Mary would tell us a few
Because while you were
secrets, right?
gone getting wine,
Hey Joe.
we said,
Well, I
Mary,
don't know what
right?
was
right?
right.
And she goes,
You
you don't want
want
to talk to me. I don't have
to
enough.
Not enough time. No, but to get my wife over here on the camera. No.
Oh,
So
man.
we can do
That's a whole nother show. Go ahead. Yeah.
we can do the Joe. What do you think? Do we want to hear "It Ain't Right How I Roll" or the groovy one, "Going Crazy in There"? Nobody's heard that one yet.
Yeah, do whatever. It's your show, man.
Do you want to do "Going Crazy"?
Well,
Yeah.
listen, I want
I
to
just
know.
want to know,
You know,
how come you can't play it with the CD, though, Phil? How come you can't put your CD playing the songs? I don't get it.
Well, we
Over
can't.
It
here?
would sound really better.
It's not set. StreamYard's not set up for that.
I'm doing
It's
it from
better
this
from
end.
that end. We did our test earlier
And
Oh, okay.
because
means
for
I'm-
here I can share the screen, but it doesn't release audio. StreamYard's still limited. It's a newer
Okay.
software that's available, and so it has its limitations. And certain screens I can share, but it won't share audio. I wish I could do that because I'd be playing videos all the time on these interviews. You know, you got whatever, and but definitely these tracks are going to be heard on Indie Scene this weekend.
Yeah, you'll see that the sound is amazing. It's really, I mean, we've got really, like, we put time to it, and that's why, you know. So
you still haven't plugged your damn studio. What's the name of your studio? Give us your website address.
Oh,
come on.
It's Segpop, SEGPOP.com. Yeah, Segpop Studios. Okay. But all you got to do is go to segpop.com, and there's the studio there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
okay. Where do you where are you located in Montreal? RDP?
Yeah, East End. With the East End. In the hood.
Okay. In the hood.
With all the Italians.
In the Ma che fata tu?
So where did you pick up that Italian?
I was married to an Italian for 20 years, buddy. A Napolitan. I had to sleep open, buddy.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
so you must have
married for quite a while. Oh, no, I did. You know what's funny? I'm going to tell you about the first time I experienced Italian meals, okay? I think it was an Easter or something like that. I go over to her parents' place or mom's or whatever, and they got the whole meal. So, like, I'm going, okay, salad. Then all of a sudden, pasta. And then there's this big plate of meat that comes out, and then it's, oh, my God, and it just keeps getting worse. So I'm lying on the couch down at this point in the basement, right? And everybody's upstairs and like, hey, you coming up for coffee and dessert? What do you mean dessert? What type of dessert you having? And she's like, oh, we got everything, a little bit of tiramisu and cheesecake and fucking cheesecake. You think I have room for cheesecake? You know, I was dying. I was like a toothpick, skinny like this, and it was incredible to me how much
food, but that means they love you.
And it does. And if you don't, and I found out something. This is an Italian mom. She says, if you don't eat it now, you're going to eat it tomorrow.
Or they give you like the Tupperware. They
do that in Scotland as well. You have, if you don't eat your porridge in the morning, you have it for your dinner.
Yeah, you won't starve with Italians.
You know what the worst thing I seen though? They had some relatives come from Italy one time, right? So the mother-in-law and the aunt and all that, they all got together. We went to Buffet in St. Louis. I swear to God, I was so embarrassed after. They you know how at the end of a wedding and stuff, they're always like, wrapping everything up in napkins and putting it in the purse or taking the Tupperware and bringing shit home and all that. They were at La Stanza buffet at the end, wrapping stuff in napkins and putting it in their purse. I'm like, it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. Come on. They're not going to be wasting the food. People are going to eat it and stuff like that. No, yeah, they were going at it there. It was probably one of the worst situations I ever had. But yeah, man. I know a lot about the Italian culture. I even know about how people leave their initials on the bottom of the panettones. The panettone. Everybody's the regift, the biggest regift amongst the Italian community, and they put the initials on the bottom, folks, just so they know if they got regifted or not. So, like, if you bought something and it comes back like about 5 years later, it's like, wait a minute, didn't I buy that shit for them? No, they know because you.
No, they won't do that.
No, that's
probably really old school, man.
That's it.
No, now the Italians today, man, they don't need to do that, man. They just give it to you, and when it's time of those weddings, they tell you go take everything you want because it's already paid for. And it's all
that's it.
Whatever you want, man.
Totally. I know,
all right,
which is cool.
Of course.
It's cool, but I'm saying at an all-you-can-eat buffet, why would they?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, they probably thought
at the top. You know what I mean? People are starving, you know. They don't want to waste no food. They'll take it. Oh, those are good. Take it the egg rolls. Oh yeah, they was good.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've had my moments. But you know what? A lot of people, as you can see, like my accent's pretty good, even though I'm a Franchise, right?
Yeah.
And the funny thing was, I even had one. You know those nuns that come up to you, sell calendars with the blue nun outfits on. She comes up and starts talking Italian to me. I said, "Signora, mi no parla italiano. Io sono francese." You know.
Cool.
And I even had someone call me to ask me to MC an Italian wedding sometime, and I was laughing because, like, I'm not Italian. I guess if I am Italian, I'm from some sort of Indian tribe in Italy called the wannabe Italians.
Never
That's it.
know.
So anyway, there we go. So let's get into this track or whatever. I want to know both of you, because before we talked about the other that were written and stuff. Now this track we've selected, River, is called what?
going crazy.
River.
Going
Going
crazy.
crazy was which pretty much what you're doing right now, listening to me and Joe talk, right?
Yeah. I was listening to you guys talking, and I was getting the.
Yes.
I was getting the music ready. So we're gonna do.
That's it. This is the River
This is a
Brooks
whole
show.
plan, man. This is a planned thing, right?
Rules. I don't want
River takes her some time to organize all that, you know, so we have to kill some time.
to chat about
Yeah,
it.
we were just giving you time.
It was all part of the plan.
We were
Shit,
yes, it was. We were giving you time to queue up and figure out what you're going to say.
right.
Get a glass of wine if you
River,
wanted.
How can I get a glass?
yeah, you could have done all kinds.
I'm gonna get some glass of wine when I play this next tune. I'm gonna play
You even could have taken a wee pee break.
Come in. I'm gonna play you a tune.
Okay.
Best tune.
Here we go.
Oh, where are we at? It's only January. Oh well.
Okay. That sounds like the wine. Anyways, tell me a little bit how the collaboration in writing this song, the both of you. Tell me how we started this off.
Crazy.
Who
Oh,
came in with
look.
what? Music or lyrics?
You see, look at that, the bottle. You don't mess around.
Ah.
They bring you the
Ooh.
bottle.
Loves you.
Save on the dishes, right?
They love you.
Anyhow. Well, this one
Okay.
actually, this
Go
one,
ahead. So, what started first when the song was written? Was it music or lyrics?
no, this one was quite an interesting one, Joe. You remember this one, right?
Yeah.
So I had been in our village. It's not far from here, the village, and there was this old couple, and it was an old woman, and she was pushing her partner in the wheelchair. And they were walking in front of me. They're very slowly. They were, I don't know, 80s something. They were just really old. And it was so cute because they were trying to hold hands at the same time as her pushing him. And it was just something that stuck in my head. And I'm thinking, oh my God. And then I suddenly felt really sad. I'm like, they obviously really love each other, but they don't have much time left. And that was where the lyrics for this song came from. And then just around about the same time, I'd say a few days apart. Remember, Joe, you sent that little it was a melody, it wasn't even a chorus. You sent this melody, and it was really soft and gentle. So then I sent him these lyrics that I had written based on this old couple that I saw. And it just kind of it just happened, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Because
I didn't even recognize the music.
Because
you're talking about When Tomorrow Comes, right?
That's right.
Right. I didn't even recognize the music. I thought it was because it was an idea, and I go, "Who's this guy playing, man? It sounds like he's onto something." But
that's right. It was.
It sounds like amateurish, but he's onto something. I could hear it. And then she goes, "It's you playing over there."
I said, "Like Joe, it's you."
I go, "Shit, man!" And because I totally forgot about that. You know, like I just like. Not to, you know how it is, like not to forget something. You just like open a tape and you just tape yourself, your phone, and then you go, okay, let me put it there because there's something, you know, and then I'll get to it. Like I think I have a briefcase full of things like that, right?
No, but it's funny how you
Quite a
applied
mellow
yourself
one.
and critiqued yourself. That's quite impressive.
Pardon
Right?
me?
Mellow one, but that one
Should have
happened.
and critiqued yourself and without even knowing it, which is pretty
Yeah,
cool,
well, that's
right?
it. I go, this guy sounds like a bit like amateurish because I hear like he's trying to go somewhere, but he's not on it. But I sense it. He's going somewhere. But I like as a writer and as a producer, like that's part of your job, right? I mean, as a producer, and you're always like you're hearing, you're trying to figure out. I get where he's going, or she's going, or they're going, and you're trying to like pinpoint it. And that's what I
Not
got.
knowing it was
Realized myself.
that
And
you could.
I had no idea, honestly, it was me. I thought it was some friend of hers who was sending her some ideas. And I go, well, like, I like it.
Yeah.
It's going somewhere.
But you
Okay.
remember that we in all the songs though, Joe, in every one of the songs, including this one, we always because I always think of each song as a story. It has to be a complete story. That you get a complete picture of whatever it is. And so we always talk about the songs as a story. And when we have these ideas, I end up saying, well, here's the story. And Joe, you generally, you can relate to the story in some
Well,
way.
of course. I
And
mean,
that's how it grows. Because it has to make sense. And then Joe will put that.
well, River has something with words. She can she'll always I think it's that whole thing of being English, It's just like or Scottish, okay, Scott. Okay, sorry, excuse me. That whole English language.
That's right.
right.
We gotta get it right, or else she's gonna give us that damn tiresome geography
Yes,
lesson.
I know, but then I'm gonna hear it from her husband. She's gonna say, "What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? English, Wales, whatever, Brit." But anyways, I think it's that, and she has it. She has just like anything she ever brought. Even if it didn't work out, it was always nice. It was always perfectly written, or not that I'm a scholar that I could figure it out, but it just was smooth. Everything came across, lyrically, in its text and its composition. But once I hook up on that, then the melodies and the music just take over, and I know the marriage when I hear it. I know which lyric will work, because I mean, at the end, no matter how great the music is, the lyrics are, they got to also kind of have a musical side to it, a musical melody to it. It's got to ring with the music.
It's like writing a book.
Sometimes the lyrics could be amazing, but then it's not going to be no more in working as a marriage with the music. So it's tricky. But with her, she always had an abundance of lyrics. It was never a problem finding lyrics for her. And if there was something
of course, she's got a lot to say. Hello.
Yeah, it was easy, but it's always it's great with her. It's never a problem. Sometimes with other people.
I know.
Sometimes I also actually would begin singing some melodies that I knew would work with certain lyrics, and she'd always find a way of fixing them or putting in her, artistry to it and making it better. So there was never any form of this is offended in any way, because there was always an abundance from both sides. Oh, you don't like that? No problem.
I would never be.
There's another 3 more so it was never a problem.
I think you can't be because I always think there's no such thing as a bad idea. There's just ideas that work.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but we figured it out though, Joe. We
Yeah,
did that.
totally. Yeah, one thing is for sure, she never pushed me to speed up anything, or she never
know that because I've been waiting over a year for this album.
Well, there was. I mean, there's always there's always setbacks. I mean, we got to make a living. It's I wish I could.
But if you're gonna
music and
anything that's not good, pop music. This is something like a good smooth wine, Joe. It takes its time, right? You gotta get that fermentation and then get it to the right point, and then when it gets its right age, you release that wine into the world, and then
we hope like some people
Hey.
are gonna see that. I know like not everyone is gonna like it. Like it's a normal thing. Like, you know, people will like it, people won't. You know, but I think
Well,
they're gonna hear
we're
songs.
losing
That's for sure.
numbers right now. Yeah, yeah, and I got Michelle Noel over here, right? Who's probably fed up of listening to us talk or something. I don't know. He's another. I don't think he's angry, but he's
They're like,
definitely wanting to hear. Says I'm ready to listen to some groovy songs now. Yeah,
Listen, I
I
didn't
think it's
even
time
want
to
to
drop
be
this.
in the show right now. Like, you know, you guys invited me. I did not. I have no idea. I should have you enjoyed. Okay, I stopped.
No,
talking.
don't worry. Don't worry, Joe. We love
It
you.
wasn't
Don't
part of the
There's
plan.
nothing wrong with that.
You
No,
guys just
there's
told me
never
to
over
hook
talking.
up. I didn't want to say no.
No, there's nothing. We're not. No. Don't you even think that way, man.
Okay.
Joe, you're a guest on the show anytime, and River too, man. Okay, don't let don't let the wine talk, man. Just enjoy the moment. It's a beautiful thing. We're gonna listen to the song. I'm just, as a DJ, I gotta, we're here for the music, right? So let's punch this song out. Let's show this beautiful creation. It's a time of celebration right now. It really is, because yes, it's finally going to be out February 1st, Joe. I know you're excited as I am, because I've been
Happy
seeing
for
all
it.
the posts you've been laying all over Facebook, because I'm on a lot of groups that you are. Have you not noticed? And Joe, man, you're amazing.
I'll
You're an amazing
promote her,
guy to
whatever.
have in the corner.
So-
I get it, man. And River, you know what? I honestly think having Joe in your life, man, is a great thing. He's an incredible artist. The collaboration together is like Sonny and Cher. Except I hope you don't get divorced one day. And you probably sing a lot better than Cher too. Fuck so. Here we go. Okay, let's drop this track. River, you ready to go?
So we're gonna listen to When Tomorrow Comes.
Introduce
You
it.
okay with that, Joe?
Yeah, go for it.
Melody one. It's a very gentle song.
Yeah.
So if you can the back thing though, Phil, can you do that?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
just gonna mute. I'm gonna mute my microphone. You mute yours, Joe, and then that way she'll have a clearer sound coming through.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you put your the back thing on there again, Joe? Phil, sorry.
Try, but I just hope I don't crash. Okay, I'll do this.
All right, so I'm gonna play it then. So this is a ballad. It's a very beautiful song, actually. When Tomorrow Comes. I remember all the footprints all along the sand, and the warm summer breeze when we walk hand in hand. God uncanny clouds against the clear blue sky, and the sun shall rise. Images that we could fly. When tomorrow comes, where will we be? When tomorrow comes, will you still love me? When tomorrow comes, will we still be free? I remember running through the leaves and all those eyes of fire, friendship fleeting over rosy cheeks and golden hair sparkling in the sun, feeding dust and chasing dreams. The mother in the green. When tomorrow comes,
Put your hand in mine. Rest your mind. 'Cause all's good time. Shines we'll still be walking in the sand. And now when it's June, but the gray skies up above, once again the darkness falls, and all that's left is love. We'll still be walking in the sand, yes we will. When tomorrow comes, when tomorrow comes, will you stay? When tomorrow comes, will we still be free?
Yay. Hello?
Yes.
I think he's crashed. Anyhow, taking over from Phil.
I haven't.
That was When Tomorrow Comes.
Oh, definitely. When the mic starts working, that's when tomorrow will come. Anyways, that is incredible. That was a beautiful. I could picture myself sitting on the back balcony on a Saturday morning, having a nice espresso, listening to
Yeah,
that track, just
very
relaxing.
mellow. And
Nice
it,
spring weather coming in or summer.
yeah, it's very mellow, and it happened almost. Maybe it kind of snuck in there, Joe. It was never part of the original list. Remember?
Yeah.
It just happened, and we're like, "Oh, there's something really nice about this. So we're gonna have to." So that kind of everything else stopped, and then we started on that one halfway through. Remember? But
Yeah,
it's
we had at least 20 songs,
Mhm.
at least 20 before choosing these. I mean, in the whole process, right?
yeah. And then there was
That's
that
it.
one.
Well, I think honestly, you guys have selected some amazing, amazing tracks for this album. There's going to be over 10 tracks available on this album. Stuff we've heard over the past while. Some of the tracks, Mama used to say, and of course, Break the Chains, and many other tracks that you've written over the past while. And finally, it's all come together in tuition and formed this amazing album called Reformed Soul. Make sure you go out there and get it, people. It is going to be available on CD Baby. You've hit every single corner of like selling that record. You've given many opportunities and options.
Right, you can get it pretty much anywhere. Bandcamp, or my website, which is riverbrukes.com, or Bandcamp, so it's riverbrukes.bandcamp.com. If you want a physical CD, but if you don't want the physical CD, you can stream and download pretty much anywhere. Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Deezer, anywhere. And they'll all be available from Monday.
Yeah. Originally, we were going to have our own digital record store here on Indie Rock Radio, but of course, It was I do that. I come up with these ideas and then I realize I bit off more than I could chew, type of thing. It's going to take like a HTML programmer and all this stuff to get everything done. So it's not that it's a dead idea, but it's going to have to wait a little bit until the station starts making a little bit more money.
Yeah,
it's a crazy thing.
Yeah, you're
Having
doing
you
great.
by my side today, who cares about tomorrow? My answer, great to this great ballad.
Oh, isn't that so sweet?
Isn't Mich-
Thank you, Michelle.
I know Michelle is like a real, yeah, man.
That
He
was
must
so
be-
nice.
He's all about peace and love, this guy. I love
Yeah, I
him.
know. I think Michelle's a little monkey. Right? Yeah, Michelle, you're a little monkey, but he's very sweet. He's very
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Anyhow,
monkey
that's very,
with fangs. Are those fangs he's closing there? Yeah, okay.
no, I think that's a smoke. Is that smoke, Michelle?
That's it. Well, there you go, folks. These are the 4 tracks. Okay? These are the 4 tracks that we decided to play for you tonight. If you want to find out more about the album, you're going to have to just simply go to these places like CD Baby and all that stuff. February 1st, the album is going to launch. You can wait. Sit at home, wait until midnight. It'll probably be up officially at midnight or whatever, and you can stay up to the wee hours of the morning listening to Reformed Soul, drinking a nice glass of wine like our good friend Joe and River over here. Drinking not just from wine glasses, but they're drinking from did she get you started on this, Joe? I noticed that you guys share a very similar wine glass. Hey, yeah, that's it. What's up with that?
The
Hey,
silver one, and I got one.
that's like
Rose gold.
yeah,
kind of thing,
came out of the white streusel from 1962.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
They're the best. You could drop them; they don't break. They're great, man.
That's it. It's funny. I told you I was married to Natalia. I got divorced in 2005. And you know what I ended up at the end when we split all the stuff up? I thought it was really funny. I got those flowered sheets from the Trussel, those ones from 1974 or something like that, that they've dropped in there. It's like, my daughter's going to get married someday. I'm going to buy her sheets. And they're like all these flowers and stuff. And it's the one thing I hated the most when I was a kid. My mom used to tell me she put up like flowered curtains. I'd rip the things down and stuff. I was just not into that shit. You know what I mean? So, but that's cool. That's really cool. Everybody's had to deal with the Trussel somewhere along the line. Anyways, Joe, River, I love you guys to pieces, man. I love what you've been doing, what you've been working on. I've been looking so much forward to hearing this album come out, and I can't wait to start playing your tracks on the station and getting your voice out there in the world already. As you can see tonight, Joe, we had listeners in from the Philippines, all over the place. It's been incredible, and I'm so proud to have been the special treatment of being the guy who launched your album, River. It's really touched my heart to do so, and I truly appreciate.
You showed interest in the product. Why not? This is what it's all about.
I mean,
I get music submissions all week freaking long, man. And a lot of people just sound a lot like each other. It's so carbon copy. I want something different. And when River came along, I was like, oh, finally, somebody different, People like artists like you were mentioning. She sounds like, what's her name? Although that woman was a junkie and all that stuff and lived a stupid lifestyle or whatever, she still was a brilliant singer. She really was.
Amy,
shame. Yeah, Amy Winehouse, but she had a different sound. She was different, That's it.
Amy Winehouse,
I'm sure if we get your wife Maria to come over here and sing for us in front of the camera, I'm sure she's got some uniqueness.
You can forget my wife coming.
Gonna pop and say hello at least before we end over, right?
It's not
happening, eh? No.
Mike might make an entrance. How about Mike? You think Mike's gonna make an entrance?
Mike's like Mary.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Nah, it doesn't strike me like my wife. Forget it. Before she would enter, like in front of the.
I tell you
You'd
what,
have to go through her whole Italian thing.
No, look at this. The freaking comments again.
Bye.
All right. So listen. Thank you
for listening, Michelle. You're so cute.
So, hold on. We got one comment right here. Thanks for the great show. I really enjoy it. Hey, Thank you, Michelle, for making the record amount of
Michelle.
posts on the Facebook live feed here. And you are definitely a true fan and a great man to have enjoyed the station. And hopefully you get a chance to tune in and hear River playing on our station and stuff. We played great classic rock and indie rock. And why? Is because I believe that these artists belong right beside all these great classics, because they have their place in everything. So that's why I chose that route. River, good luck. Congratulations on the new album.
Thank
And
you.
looking forward to the February 1st release. And Joe, thank you very much. Once again, plug your studio.
Segpop. Segpop.com.
Segpop.com. There you go. If you're an indie artist or whatever, and you're looking for a producer who can sit back, understand you, try and work everything out, and release a really good product. As you can see, we've delivered here with River Brooks, and Joe is available for that. Just give him a shout, get to the website, and segpop.com, and make sure you do so. He's an amazing musician. I've known him for several years. He just doesn't realize it. We've met many times at the at different events and stuff in the past. He just suddenly forgets me. But
Thank you.
anyways,
Thank you.
a pleasure. And that's it, folks. We are officially logging off now. Just want to let you know, if you want to see this video back, it is going to be available on my Facebook at /indierockradio.ca. And if you are interested, also, I'm pretty sure River's going to pop this thing up on her Facebook, and Joe the same thing. So if you want to see a replay of this and interview and stuff, and check it out again, or show your friends and let it out there, don't be shy, man. Let them know. We need to get out there and support this woman. She's an amazing artist, and do your thing, man. Spread the love, spread the joy. We don't need to see any more fucking cat videos. Trust me. Trust me. All right. On that note, folks, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. We are indierockradio.ca. I'm Bling, each and every Saturday night from 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a so-called Time Well Wasted, where I play you the best of classic rock and indie rock on say until the wee hours of the morning, or as River likes to say, the wee hours of the morning. And Sunday nights for Indie Scene, where I've been doing this for 30 years. I've been bringing out great artists like this for over 30 years now. The show, longest running independent music rock show, Indie Scene with Bling, Sunday nights from 8 p.m. till 10. And you can catch us, all the other great shows on the station. Go check out the website, indierockradio.ca. All right, everybody, say goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thanks out. 8. There we go. Hold on. Bye.
Bye.
There